Damn. Oh man, we
What's
live?
up? What's up, everybody? This is your boy Steve with the Profit Report. Profit Report with AB and Steve. What's up, baby?
Man, we back. We back in the building, baby.
We back in the
The dynamic
building.
duo.
Dynamic duo, man. You see, my boy was killing it yesterday. He was holding it out solo, but killing the game nonetheless.
Damn, man. They was breaking that shit down. I had to really get into them numbers. They was giving it to me in every region. I had to look at every region. They were breaking it. They broke that shit. I don't think we've seen one where they really broke it down by like brand.
Mm.
And I was like, damn.
Yeah, guys, he's talking about we covered Diageo. What's the proper way to say
Yeah.
Diageo? Diageo, a big conglomerate that holds most liquors, Casamigos, Don Julio, Johnny Walker. Um, I mean, you could name them. I know I'm forgetting some.
Yeah. Don Julio, you already said. Casamigo. Um Guinness,
Bailey's.
Bailey's.
Yep.
They own like 40% of the Scotch market, for example.
Wow. So what's the scotch that they sell?
I mean,
I think
Johnny
they
Walker is a Scotch.
is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a whiskey.
No, a Scotch is a whiskey, but not all whiskeys are Scotch.
I thought it was a little different. Is it just
No,
where the place is made?
yeah, yeah. If it comes from
Oh,
Scotland,
that's
but
it.
also the grain they use also could be different. Like bourbon is made a certain way, Scotch is made a certain way, but they both under the umbrella of whiskey.
Oh, okay, okay. Scotch is a little sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? It's for the sophisticated man.
I don't know. That's the story. At least they tell you.
Right, that's the perception. Um,
Like motherfucker that are old, they always like to think like just because it's old, that means it's like better.
yeah, 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 for sure, man. I mean, you know what's not old and killing the game though?
Yo, this is a new industry.
Very new, super
This
new.
is less than 10 years old.
Yes.
We talking 2018.
Yep.
The Supreme Court did its thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then now we got these guys cooking.
Bro, this is the quickest like industry that has taken over aside from the weed industry. This is another industry that just came on the market and then completely took over, and it's now like part of our lives.
I mean, honestly, you're the gambling degenerate. It's not me.
The
So
gambling vice.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
I'm more of like on the drinking side and things like this. You're more of the gambling. So I don't know much about it. I've dabbled in it. I've downloaded this app and put a couple of dollars here and there.
Mm-hmm.
But it's complicated, man. I don't understand half of these bets, the parlays, I don't know how it works. It's kind of a little complicated.
Yeah, I mean, for the first time user, it could be complicated. You're right. So they do a lot of prop bets, a lot of easy. They usually try to lure you in with like, you bet this much, you get this much back. And I don't think people really understand the risks involved with these kind of bets, but they do a lot of prop bet, which is essentially they already kind of aggregate. This is your setup. Just put $5. You could win this. $10. You could win this. And those are popular bets. What's up, AJ?
Oh, salam, salam, salam alaikum. We got
Salam alaikum. Man, just invest in VTI. VTI. You know, you gotta educate me, Hassan. I don't know what VTI is. Is
that's
that
the
the index
Vanguard
fund? Oh, that's the
ETF.
index fund. Yeah, yeah, yeah. VTI. I think what's his name was looking at it, right? Kia was looking at VTI.
I mean, that's your standard stuff.
Yeah, I'm not a big index guy, so
Who shit is that? You sharing? Okay, cool.
VTI, Vanguard Total Stock Market. So
That's
this
not
is
even SMP. This is even more
yeah,
than
this is the
SMP.
total market comprising. So technology is the largest sector. So they hold Microsoft, Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Broadcom. I mean, so these are the typical. Today we're covering DraftKings, but Hassan just suggested an index fund, an ETF, and this kind of represents the broad market, and it looks like mostly technology
Nah,
in the
he's
space.
he's already, like the Muslim community, they're very anti-gambling.
Are they really though? I'm
I
curious
don't
about
know.
that.
I don't know. I thought they were, man. I thought it was a big
No, but
haram.
it's one of those things where they're also against alcohol, but there's a lot of drinking going on in the, you know what I'm saying, in the
I
background,
think
like.
I think in terms of haram, pork is number one. Yo, these
AJ,
motherfuckers will take 10 shots, but if you give them a slice of ham, they will freak out.
dang, AJ, is
I'm
this
not. Am
true?
I lying,
Yo, I mean, if you don't eat pork though, you don't eat pork. That's true. That is a big no. Um,
bro? That
that
is the
goes.
big one for them. That is a big
That's
one,
big. We saw
right, Hassan? Wouldn't if you had to rate the haram, um, tier list? Yeah, I think pork is number one.
Uh-huh.
I think alcohol probably be number two. I know they're anti-interest. They don't do
Yes,
interest.
they don't do interest. That's true. I
I
don't know if
think
it's at the
gambling.
top of the list though, because they're business people. I don't know how, like,
Well, they
how.
get around. They get around by charging you fee.
That's a
Yeah.
loophole, huh?
Second is porn. Palm.
Porn, okay. So porn is second, alcohol third, I'm guessing. So
Wait, he
see,
said.
so gambling is not. I think the Muslim community also gambles. I really think so. I've seen.
Actually, you know what? He did tell me gambling. Gambling wouldn't ruin my family. Okay,
Interesting.
but
So
it's still low class.
they wouldn't be disappointed in him if they found out he's gambling.
Now they would. They would just. They're not gonna like miscommunicate.
So what before we get into obviously DraftKings, the company that we're doing today is gambling. Just curiosity, guys, from a demographics perspective, what demographics you think are big gamblers? Black people, white people, Spanish people, Asians, and we could use. This is obviously we're gonna research this, but just kind of want to
You
gauge
want
the
me to go
room.
ahead and guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you talking about worldwide or just or US?
You could guess both. Well, yeah. What are your thoughts in the U.S. and worldwide?
I think the Vietnamese, the Asians are probably at the top of the list. Um, and I think like, well, what kind of gambling? We're talking about sports betting or we're talking about gambling in general because that matters.
So DraftKings, if we specifically go with that, they do have sports gambling, and they also have the little casino. So they do have
Right.
like blackjack, roulette, and stuff like that. I think on their online.
They're mostly known for the sports. I think primarily,
True.
primarily.
Yes. True.
Right.
Correct. Yes.
Um, on the sports side, obviously it's gonna be like dudes, right? I
Yes.
think that's safe to say it's gonna be mostly dudes. Um,
Right.
I'll probably say I don't know if race is really gonna come into it. I think every race is doing this. I don't think white, black, whatever. I don't think it really matters. Anybody that watches
You
sports,
think it
they
might
do it.
be? You think it might be an age thing?
Since it's like on your phone, it might gear towards younger. But if you're gonna do gambling versus sports betting, those are like two. I think there's gonna be two different demographics.
Okay. Let's see. We're researching this so that we can understand who the target market is, guys. Um,
Hey Steve, is there a way you can turn down my like your speaker of me? Do you have ability to do that? Like my audio coming to you?
Uh, no, I would have to just lower my general volume
Okay.
because I
Can you
can't.
try that?
Let me
See if we
see.
can try to eliminate this echo. I don't know if it's that is the issue or not. I just want to give it a shot.
Uh, okay.
Uh,
How
uh,
about
uh,
now?
I think. I think. I think. I think. I think. I think. Yeah. Wait. Fuck. I just heard
Yeah,
it.
but then I can't hear, bro.
Nothing.
No, I'm like low.
Well, I didn't. I mean,
You
I
know what I'm
just
saying,
turned down 20% from where you were.
bro? That was 20% because I
Wait,
was
so you
already at
can't
half.
20% low? Oh, okay, okay. All right,
I
whatever.
was
Yeah,
already at
just
half.
do your thing. It's not really
If you
working anyways.
do, you know what you could do though? Hold on.
I don't have wired headphones. I
Uh,
think that's what I need. I don't have wired headphones. Do you
echo
have wired headphones?
situation. I do not. Do not turn this off unless your guest has a high quality and is wearing headphones. This setting enables audio processing features like echo cancellation and auto gain control. Podcasters and musicians often turn this off. And you know, one thing you could try, AB, if you hover over your screen, the little screen
Yeah.
that you're at, and you see the three dots,
Mm-hmm.
press those three dots, and then you see where it says edit mic settings.
Audio. What echo cancellation?
Yeah, just try that.
What? I have it on.
I know, but turn it off. Well, let's see if that
Uh,
works. Maybe.
check mic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can still hear my echo.
No.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
Let me see if I have mine. Okay. How about now?
It's never you. It's always me. Yeah, I can still hear my echo. But I didn't have echo yesterday, so it's something to do with like us interacting that's creating the echo. We just have to figure that out.
Got you. So AJ is guessing. I saw white, black, and Asian man say white has too many types. Well, true. So it says according to the UCLA Center, American Indian and Alaska Native adults report the highest rate of gambling in the past year at 40%. And then black or African American adults follow at 34%. Wow. Followed by multiracial adults at 32.2%. Latinx 25.1, white 24.8, Asian 19.9. Another study found slightly higher participation rates for Native Americans 80.1 compared to black 76.6 and white and others 76.9.
But I wonder if this is like a continuous uh gambling, or is it just like I gambled once this year?
So look right here. It says frequent gambling. It said Native Americans and black individuals have higher rates of frequent gambling 52 plus times a year at 32% and 25%.
Do they count lottery as gambling, or
It
that
is
would be
gambling.
separate? It
No, that's
is.
gambling. Yeah.
Oh well, the lottery then. If
Yeah,
the
right.
lottery is included, then yeah.
Yeah, it is gambling. Okay.
Really, that's interesting, guys. We're covering DraftKings tonight. We got Steve on the building, back on duty.
Yeah.
He's driving the screen. He's gonna show us. You guys know DraftKings, guys? What y'all know about DraftKings? What y'all know about DraftKings? Um, what y'all know about sports betting? Do you guys bet on sports? I mean, they bet on anything now, man. Look, when it's like in the summer, when like most of the season is out, but there's other sports.
Yeah.
So people are betting on like women WNBA, like anything.
Yeah, you could bet on anything, man. Actually, I have an interesting story. Before Obama got elected, you could bet on presidential races, and he was like 1 to 100,000 odds. And if my brother had put like $10, he would have won almost like a milli on betting on Barack Obama. This is early when he first like before all
Oh,
the people were filtered out. Like he was such a long odd. But yeah, you could bet on anything, man. You could bet on who touches the ball first in a game, who like who shoots the first ball, who gets the first thing. Like there is bets for almost everything you could think of.
well, so DraftKings they don't actually own physical casinos. I believe it's all online.
Um,
I think that I think when I read, I think that's what it was. It was all online. Um, and do they do these bets that you're talking? They don't do the Obama bets. It's almost mostly sports right
I
now.
I personally have not used DraftKings. It's not allowed in Rhode Island.
Oh yeah,
So no, yeah, Rhode Island you have to use yeah, it's almost in every state except like two states, and Rhode Island is one of them. And they we have our own betting app that the state uses. So
no way.
yeah, and that's the only one you could use. And then it's so restrictive as well that like you actually have to put your GPS on and be in Rhode Island for you to use it. Like if I step out and like in Massachusetts, it wouldn't let me bet. So yeah, so
But is
DraftKings
it
does not
state
work.
owned or is it private?
State owned, and if well private, but an affiliation with state. State gets a cut.
Damn.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Rhode Island is like that. A little funny over here. But getting back to DraftKings, guys, and AJ's talking about David Portnoy is short. I need to Google that. Oh, he shorted the stock. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I need to Google that. What are you talking about? No, Dave, no, he was dealing with somebody else. His whole, I don't think he was DraftKings, right? He was, I think, or he just started fucking with DraftKings now. He was with like Penn something, Penn Entertainment. They bought them and then they sold Barstool back to him for $1,
Yep.
which is like crazy. Now they're like, no, his height. Google it.
Oh, his height. Oh, he's probably like what 5'8".
Wait, why is that relevant?
Bro's on tiptoe. I most of these famous guys. I mean,
Yo, Steve, did we lose him? Because I lost him. Did we lose his video, guys? Bro is on tiptoes. Did we lose your video for a second?
yeah, yeah, yeah. The video went off.
Okay.
Um, AJ, since you're a day one, I'll do it just for you, man. Just
What's up, guys? We got some viewers in the building. We're covering DraftKings. We're just kind of setting up the stream. We're getting into
oh,
the
he's
whole.
5'10", bro. What you talking about? He's taller than me.
Hey, y'all. Hey, we even got San early tonight.
What's
San,
up,
we got
San?
early. San usually is like a late comer.
Well, she came early today. Maybe San gambles a little bit. San,
Mm.
I'm a little gambler myself. Steve recording on VHS. AJ, I know you ain't talking. I know you ain't talking. You had to leave and pay your bill and come back. uh, all right, guys, we got to get into it. And by the way, David is not that short. I don't know if AJ is mad tall, but we're talking about DraftKings today. So they started in 2012. Three friends from Vista Print. Oh, from that the place that makes like flyers and stuff.
Business cards and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. They were working in middle management position at the online printing company, but felt a strong entrepreneurial drive and a shared interest in fantasy sport. They were looking to improve upon their existing fantasy sports landscape. So then they envisioned a product that would allow users to engage in daily contests, offering a quicker and more dynamic way to play fantasy sports. Oh, the guy's from Massachusetts. The initial steps of DraftKings took place in Lieberman's apartment in Watertown, Massachusetts. That is close to me. It's like 1 hour away. Where they worked nights and weekends to develop their idea.
Yeah, they're headquartered in Boston.
Oh, that's cool. Look at this though. It took them 50 to 60 tries before they.
Oh, first round. So they started with a fantasy thing.
Yeah, seems like it. They didn't
And
really.
like sports betting were not legal at this time, 2012.
Right, 2012. Yeah, it was not around this time. Actually, a lot of states restricted sports betting or gambling in general. There's only a handful of states where you could gamble. So this was a different climate when they first started. But then it looks like they got some funding, $25,000 to launch the company, and then secured a 1.4 million funding round in 2012. And their first product was a one-on-one Major League Baseball daily fantasy contest, which went live on opening day of the 2012 MLB season. Then they got some traction, attracting thousands of customers within their first few months.
Hmm.
That's impressive. And they continue to innovate and strategically acquiring competitors like Draft Street and Star Street, which I never heard of. And then it looks like in 2018, following the US Supreme Court decision, which AB mentioned earlier at the top of the live, which overturned the Professional and Amateur Sports Protection Act, which prohibited sports betting in most states. Then DraftKings quickly moved to expand into legal sports betting market. And then they became the first online sports book to launch outside of Nevada, opening for business in New Jersey in August 2018. And then now it's a big time player. Guys, who uses DraftKings right now? Have you guys ever used it? What's your thought on DraftKings? Or if you use a competitor, what do you use? This is,
What do you guys think about sports betting? So we're
yeah,
talking about DraftKings, mostly sports betting. They do have an online casino. It's not approved in all states. So this is like the big ones are actually not approved. So like California is not approved, Texas is not
Texas,
approved. I
Florida.
think Florida.
Yep. And those are
AJ said
big.
never.
Those are big markets, guys. 25% of Americans live in those three states alone. So that's a big,
25%. Wow.
yeah, that's a big market right there.
I know they said though, like they currently have 50% of the US population.
What?
Yeah.
As their customers? Or like as
Like
far as just they could
availability.
advertise
Yeah,
themselves?
who can?
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. That's impressive, though. I mean, in such a short time from 2018 to
Hmm.
2025 in 8 years?
I think like half of the states have approved this stuff.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I mean,
Um,
let's see. How many states is
I
draft?
guess I don't gamble for real. I don't even like losing $20. San, yes. Oh my god, I feel the same way. I hate gambling. I don't know. It's just not. I can't do it, bro. It's like the idea of just like burning $20. I feel like I'm setting $20 on fire.
That's funny, man.
That's how I feel. Like I'm like, no freaking way. This fool is about to, and it's how quick it is too.
Yeah, I mean, it
That's
is.
what pisses me off. I think more than anything. And
It
like,
is.
and they just move on to the next customers. Like they don't even give me a time to mourn, no nothing. It's like
Uh,
you slap 100, bam, it goes, and they're like, okay, well, you got to re up or get the hell out of here.
yeah, I mean, it's no nonsense business, man. You know?
Oh, AJ said he went to a casino today. What do you mean by lame? All people can't use a smartphone but can use this machine. Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like Steve took me to a casino when I was out there in Rhode Island a few years ago. Bro, I felt like most people in there looked depressed, stressed. They looked like they were not having. They were like there to like actually win money. They were not playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like they're serious. Like it's addiction. It's like an addiction center
Right.
masked as. It really is kind of sad. Like no windows. Like they got this gamey looking machine go beeping everywhere. They got this. I don't know, man. I'm not. I don't. I hate the casino. I don't like the vibes.
I mean, they have a whole psychology with casinos. They purposely set up the lights on purpose. They've studied this. The carpets, from every aspect of it, is supposed to motivate you to gamble more and lose more money. And AJ, we are gonna for sure, I think, cover a casino this week. We got to. This is an online casino per se, sports betting, but yeah, I think we definitely got to do that.
So it's a new business, guys. It's a new business. So I think Steve have it pulled up.
Is
It
their
was
website
what 26 states had it.
40? Let me see. So DraftKings Sportsbook is legal and operates in 26 states with online and mobile access. But then they also have DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sport is legal in 44 out of 50 states. So certain components are approved in more states and certain ones are not.
So the casino's only in 5 states: Connecticut,
Five
Michigan, New
states,
Jersey,
Connecticut.
Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Okay, so
Yep.
I'm thinking the casino is gonna be less. So the sport, like the sports betting, seems like it's the big thing. I think the daily fantasy. I don't know if you can make money off of that, or you can, but they say they call it like a game of skill. Like in Texas, that's how they differentiate between gambling versus that.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like they get a game of skill. Because they have those gas stations.
I know in Texas it is.
Yeah, and they always get shut down. It's a very gray line. It's a
It is. It's
very gray line. Like,
yeah, yeah. It's like low key. They be doing it.
yeah. Well, they can like, I think you can get like a gift card or like a cell phone or something instead of cash. But but they find a way to give you the cash. That's why they always get shut down. Like they have undercover operations things going on. Because like in our area where we used to live, there was a bunch of those game rooms that had propped up, but now they're all shut down.
Yeah, which is interesting because the states sell lottery. I mean, that's essentially gambling as well. How is that different from other gambling, guys? Do you think there's a difference? You think there's a difference between buying a lottery, guys, and sports betting or going to the casino? I mean, you're not spending a lot of money, perhaps, with a lottery ticket, but still gambling, still chance.
Yeah, I think the fact that you're gonna sit there and you're gonna go through these emotional highs and ups, I
Yeah.
think that's the tough part about the casino.
Well, maybe
Most
not
people
online.
buy a couple of lotteries and they kind of sit at night and be like, "Oh man,
Right.
I hope my number comes." It's kind of fun, or you got to do a little
Right.
scratch off. Oh man, I won $20. I know there's people that like degenerately do the lottery thing where they buy like $100 worth of lotteries.
Yes.
They
Yes.
scratch them right there, like,
Or
let's see if I
everyday
won
type
something.
thing. Or they
Yeah,
buy
like,
like $10, $5 every day, you know.
isn't the data like only like the poorest buy lotteries?
Yes. Yep. It is.
Like, yeah, because the odds are.
The odds are you got better chance actually going to casino than winning the lottery ticket. So look at this, guys. So this is their website. This is the DraftKings website. You got Kevin Hart.
Look who's in the middle. Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
Kevin Hart
That's
is I see him and Drewski doing a commercial for DraftKings, so I think they might be some type of partners. But it
oh, I
looks
thought
like they
Drewski
cover.
was on a competitor. I thought he was like with Prize Picks. What's Prize Picks?
Oh, is it Price Picks that he's at? I don't know. I thought I saw them
Is
together.
Prize Picks the same thing or was that a different
Is
thing?
Drewski with DraftKings? Yeah, yeah, he
Okay.
does have a partnership. Okay.
That's
Oh, all has so it says it's important to note that Drewski has also had a brand ambassador deal with Price Picks.
mm.
So he's He's dipping
Both.
into both sides, man.
What is
I guess
Price
there's
Picks
room,
though?
huh?
What is Price Picks? What is Price Picks? Is that another thing?
Looks like another thing.
That's only a daily fantasy sports thing.
Oh, okay.
So it allows you to win money by making predictions on player performance.
Oh, okay. So
So I
specifically
don't think you
player.
can directly say like, oh, I think the Saints are gonna win. I'm gonna make money. It's more of like X, Y, and Z person is gonna catch 8 touchdowns or whatever.
But that's still gambling, though.
Yeah, it
This is player
seems.
props as opposed to game props.
This is what they say like call it a thing of skill versus. I mean, but like
Really?
I don't know. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but why is it? Because the whole like fantasy thing is allowed in Texas, but
Hmm.
not the sports betting. So what is the difference between the two?
I mean, that's a gray area. I wonder why they define skills. Because if you analyze a game too and say, hey, this person is not on the roster, this team has won the last matchup, they got better players, therefore you do some analysis and you bet on a game. That's skill too, in my opinion. But it's a little murky
You
area.
think all the states are gonna eventually give in on this?
Except maybe I mean, it looks like Texas is going backwards. So I don't know if Texas is gonna accept gambling. These conservative, I looked up DraftKings like lobbying efforts. It looks like they lobby mostly for Democrats. So I think maybe Democrats are more,
Which I
apt for
would
this kind of
think
stuff.
this would be more of a Republican thing.
That's what I thought too, honestly. Um, there is actually a recent law too that happened with just in general gambling with the big beautiful bill that's affecting this industry as well. And we could discuss that as well. How gambling losses are being affected. All right, guys. So we jumping in with DraftKings. We got their 10K right here. This is from December 31st, 2024. Incorporated in Nevada. And then they trade currently as DKNG on the NASDAQ. Let me see if it needs to be a little better. All right.
Welcome, welcome, people. Welcome, new viewers. We're going over DraftKings, the number one sports betting platform out there right now. Company started back in 2012, and then sports betting became legal. Well, the opportunity presented itself in 2018 when the Supreme Court like struck down some kind of law or some act or something, and then these guys jumped on it. Now 26 states and Washington D.C. allow this. And I think they went public 2020 or something. Um 2020, 2021. So this is fairly new company that went public. We're reviewing their financials. I think they're like number one or number two. It's like between them and what's the other one?
What, FanDuel?
Uh, FanDuel. Yeah. So it's like one and two. I think between those two, they own like 60% of the market or something like that. Um, so we're gonna see, guys, if sports betting is profitable for the company or not. Steve was gonna get into the numbers. Let's
Yeah.
rock and roll, guys. Make sure you like this video. Um, drop a comment if you're new watching this. Let us know what interesting facts y'all want us to look over. Let us know what you're curious about when you hear sports betting. What are you curious about? Is it addictive? I don't know if they're gonna cover that.
Yeah, guys. So this is Vice Week, and let us know. We asked the same question too yesterday. We said, if you were given a nice compensation package, would you work for one of these companies? And we asked this for, we covered Philip Morris on Monday, who has Marlboro and they're as one of their brand cigarette manufacturer. And then now we're asking, and it's a moral question, would you work for one of these companies advocating for gambling if you were given a nice compensation package? Let's say a company hits you up and said, DraftKings says, yo, I'm gonna give you 250K, work for me, but you know that obviously, you know, getting people to gamble and possibly lose money. AB, what's your thought, man?
Would I work for this company? I can't do it, bro. I cannot be part of degeneracy. I can't. I don't want my legacy to be built on, you know, people like people are not like most people lose. Obviously, we know that.
Yes, yes.
That's how they get rich, right? Because you're betting against the house.
Right.
You're not betting against other people, right? In sports betting.
No, not in sports betting. No.
Okay. So you're betting against the house. Obviously, they have the upper hand because they have the algorithm and the data and stuff like this. So when they set the odds, they have the upper hand because they guys, they're I get like I feel like they are even better. They're probably the best data tracking institution in the country because it
Yes.
really matters. It's the money on the line. So
Hmm.
you can bet on like, on the presidential love stuff like Steve said on the casinos in Vegas. Those odds, even like CNN and Fox News, they look at those odds just as much as those political consultants and all this other stuff. So these guys have the number behind them. They have math people behind them
Yes.
looking at this stuff, right? This is all pure math. Um, so San asked you a question. She said, Steve, what's the most you won?
Um, I think in one setting, I won 3,500 in a poker game. That's probably the biggest. But online betting, I've won more. But I put up
Like
more too.
sports?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like Super Bowl and stuff. I won a, I won a good amount.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. But
nice.
listen, I've lost some too. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. I won big. I've lost big. So you got like if you're a true gambler, you got to take everything like you know what I'm saying. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. You got to be. You know what I'm saying. You can't like It's zero sum
Uh,
game most of the time.
nah,
That's
see, he didn't tell you the full story, San. What's your biggest L too? You need to tell her that so she knows you've
I
lost some money.
mean, I've lost one in a casino one time like $5,000,
There
and it
you
didn't even
go.
take long. And we're
There you
trying a
go.
new strategy with something. I mean, we'll talk about this another time. But yeah, I've lost that.
Bro, I
But
would be
listen, you
depressed.
can't be bothered though. You know, it's part of the game. So, all right, we're talking DraftKings, guys. So they're digital sports entertainment gaming company. They provide users with online and retail sports betting. So they have their sport book, they have their online casino, the iGaming, and then the daily fantasy sports. Uh, oh, they also do digital lottery carrier, media, and other product offerings. And their mission is to make life more exciting by responsibly creating the world's favorite real money games and betting experiences. They want to make life exciting for you guys. That's their mission. DraftKings. That's kind of interesting.
They want to take your money. That's what it is. They want to take your money so they can buy big boats with it.
That is interesting way to frame it though. So they continue to make deliberate and substantial investments in support of our mission and long-term growth. For example, they invested in product offerings and technology, new product innovations. Okay, sales and
Bree say
marketing.
bullshit. Bree say bullshit. We have we have a sign saying, "In your career, are you red or green?"
I am green. Luckily, I am green.
Are you really keeping up with this stuff though? Isn't it kind of hard to keep up?
I mean, in Rhode Island because we use the sportsbook app, all my thing is in
Oh,
there, so
okay.
I could track it. Casino stuff might.
But you do all kinds of stuff too. It's not just sports betting.
No, but I stopped. I used to go to the casino almost every week back in the days. Now I don't. I used to go every week. I love that stuff. But I play poker though too. Though poker is different.
You know
Yeah,
what? I don't think poker is really gambling.
I love poker. So I mean, it is.
I don't think poker is really gambling though. You're actually like have to have skills and you have
You
to read
do.
the person. I think it's more fun.
Yeah, there's
I,
a little bit more
I don't
strategy.
think poker counts. I don't, in my opinion, I don't think poker is gambling.
Well, if that's the case, then yeah, that's what I used to go for every week. I used to go there. Um, but I don't anymore, guys. I'm not a degenerate no more. Looks like during the fiscal years, December 31st, 2024, they made 4.7 billion. Uh,
Look at that jump, Steve-O.
3.6. Damn. So they're doing well, guys. They did 3.6 the previous year in 2023, 2.2. So they are actually substantially increasing. They're increasing by $1 billion every year. And average monthly unique players, guys, MUPs they call them, of 3.7 million. That's average monthly unique players. That's a lot. That's 1% of the population of the United States, essentially, playing every month. That's big. And then it used to be 2.7 the previous year and 1.9 the previous year. So they are, it's gone. It's going up diagonal.
No, it's like it went up by the million people, A-
Yeah,
and then like revenue went up by $1 billion. That's crazy. Like yesterday, Steve, the Diageo had flat revenue for 3 years.
interesting.
So just to compare, guys,
Yeah.
I don't remember Philip Morris. Were their revenue like going up every year, or was kind of
No,
like
yeah, it was going up, but not substantially, but it was going up
yeah.
as in almost every market. All right, sportsbook handle, and I mean, guys, this is a fairly new industry. Like they're gonna capture more of these people. Like there's a lot of young people betting, so this is gonna be a growing industry. It's a sportsbook handle of 48.1 billion. So they handled that much money in 2024,
How
and
much?
then the
Oh,
previous year,
$48 billion.
48 billion. Yeah, sportsbooks handle of 48
Stop,
billion.
Steve. Hold up, bro. That's
Yeah,
insane.
that's a lot of money. That's a lot. And then if we do the math a little bit, if there's 3.7 million users monthly, right? I guess what's only active though, right? I don't know if there's inactive. I was about to do if each one invested. I was about to break it down like that, but then it might also include non-active players. So maybe that's not a good representation, but that's a lot of money, guys.
Wait a minute, dude. Like, I wonder how much is lottery.
I mean, lottery is big, and it's per state too. So we're gonna be. I mean, Texas lottery itself is big, massive. But let's
So
compare. Let's.
I'm looking at so there was a so according to research from Insider Intelligence, 29 million adults in the US, 11% of the adult population were expected to bet through an online sports booking in 2024.
Hold on. Say it again.
11% of adult population.
11% bet.
Yeah, 1 out of 10. That's 30, like close to 30 million people is expected to make some sort of bet online for sports book.
Damn. So then
30 million, close to 30 millions. What did they say they had
they had 3.7. Wow, active users. 3.7 active users. So if you add it up every month, you know what I'm saying? There's also inactive users because I don't know how they define active. I don't know how many times you got to sign up every like on the app and stuff.
right.
But that's big, and I'm telling you, it's gaining so much popularity nowadays. It's gonna grow even further.
I
And
mean,
then
all the big and then they get all the athletes to push this.
they do. I mean, actually, from a betting perspective, athletes are big gamblers themselves.
Mm.
If you look at athletes and gambling, it's a big issue within the athlete community.
Are
So
they trying to replace the adrenaline of like playing sports?
Yeah, there is some correlation with that, like because you're usually about winning and losing and stuff like that. There is an aspect of like that rush, that excitement. So yeah, typically those type of people gravitate towards gambling. Um,
Another thing, like what Drake is pushing these days.
no,
There's a website called Stake,
yes,
and
I've heard of that.
it's a
Okay,
crypto casino based out in the Caribbean somewhere. It's not
okay,
really allowed in the US, and I think he does it through like he that's why he goes to the islands, or like he does it in Canada. I don't know what, but that's a whole nother thing that's getting pushed. And like, there's a streaming site called Kick. They own Kick, and like all the streamers like do degenerate gambling on Kick using Stake. So there's a whole nother thing that I don't know, like most people are not seeing it, but it's coming from this angle. You know what I mean? Because look, it's like they're doing the online casino here. You got the Stake stuff coming over here. I think this is gonna get like really big. Like, I don't know. It's kind of
oh,
scary.
it's big. It's definitely big. I mean, even before it was allowed in the U.S., guys, there was offerings from Europe and stuff where you could circumvent and bet online. So now it's becoming more popular in the U.S. And this is just one company, guys. There's more companies. So they have two product offerings, sportsbook and iGaming. And then these product offerings accounted for 93%, 91%, 83% of draft. So every year has gone up. It was 83% in 2022, 91% in 2023, and then 93%. So two of these products are their biggest contribution to their revenue. And sportsbook means this is what it says. It engages consumers in their sport viewing experience. It usually involves a user placing a bet by wagering money on an event at fixed odds proposition determined by DraftKings. And this is how people, gambling companies, make. They there's a buyer and a seller usually on a wage, and between that there's a little bit called a prop, and that's how they make money. This is one of the businesses where whether somebody loses or wins, the company wins because they set the odds. In the event the user wins, DraftKings pays out the debt. Our sportsbook revenue is generated by setting odds that are intended to provide a built-in theoretical margin for each proposition offered to our users. See what that means? Whether you get it right or you get it wrong, whether you win money or you lose money, they make money because they mathematically have put that in. So they don't care. There's no
But
care
I'm
if you
kind of
win
I
or
don't
lose.
understand. So are they so like for a particular betting situation,
Hmm.
they offer different odds or whatever, like
Yes.
different ways you can play that play, and
Yes.
saying during the like the accumulation of all those, they're gonna they most likely or guaranteed gonna profit.
No, they're gonna be almost guaranteed, like 99. So, for example, I'll give you an example, right? Let's say two teams are playing and they're equally well matched. Let's say it's Barcelona for Real Madrid. Usually, with that kind of game, you would probably have in a good favorite. It would be minus 110 for both teams. What that means is I would have to bet $110 to win $100. So that means I bet 110, I win 100. So total at the end, I end up getting 210 bucks. The same thing if I was on Real Madrid. But that 10 bucks that's being added, the 110 from each side, for every transaction, they making 10 bucks. You get what I'm saying? And then that multiplied by whoever amount bets, if it's a million people, they just made 10 million off that little number. And that's how they that's like a simple explanation, but that's essentially how they make money. And then they
Well, I kind
also
of want to know
have
how revenues recognized. It says revenues realized by taking You see that second
Yeah,
sentence?
right here. It's
Yeah.
taking the settled handle and subtracting the payouts for those betting markets, such that the difference in our gross gaming revenue or hold.
So money in versus minus money out.
Yeah,
That's revenue.
exactly. Bets
Okay.
that have been resolved, and then you pay out, and then whatever is left, that's your money. So iGaming or online casino product of, so that's why it's important. And AB mentioned this. That's why they have mathematicians and all that working in the background. Because if you have the wrong bet, and this has been done in the past, like you guys could look at like the controversy that happened in Texas. These guys gamed the system. They looked at the odds, and this guy is like, hold up, this is the odds, and then he ended up buying like 50 million um lottery tickets, and he literally bought machines and printed it out because he looked at the odds and he said, hold on, this odds is in my favor. And then he ended up buying a whole bunch of machines, and they literally stayed for like 2 or 3 days printing out the tickets, and then eventually they did win, and then he ended up making more money than the amount of tickets that he bought because the odds was not in favor. He's like, hold up, I could buy 50 million tickets, but then the payout
That's
was like 100 mil. He's like, this is a good
mm.
investment. So there's guys that analyze these kind of numbers to look for advantage. So the math has to be right, and that's what these companies,
And now I think like now online lotteries is becoming a thing.
I've seen apps. I've never used them, but I've seen apps that they let you do that where you could buy lottery.
Bro, I don't like this, man. I don't like this, man. I don't like
Yo,
this.
you're becoming degenerates, man. It is. It's
Guys, what
so
do y'all
easy.
think, man? Do you guys want to live in a society where people can blow 5, 10, 100 grand on their cell phone with a push of a button? Should there be any any sort of guardrail on this? Should you have like some kind of limit how much you can spend a day or something? You can't be betting the house, the whole 401k retirement.
I mean, listen though, we have free will,
Oh
right?
my! I knew
We
it. I
have
was
free
waiting.
will.
I was waiting for you to use the damn word,
There is free will. I would agree. I think there needs to be some type of restriction, but at the same time, you know,
man. You know what, Steve-O, man? You're a capitalist, a heartless capitalist for real, and it's sad to see. It's
look
sad
who's
to see.
talking. Look who's talking. This is the same guy that said global warming does not exist. It's a woke theology, woke ideology. It's about self
Okay,
restraint.
Bree said it's all about self restraint. This is our casino making money. I would like to own a casino.
Oh, Bree's like, what you talking about? I want to own a casino. Let's go, Bree. Good for you.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, man!
Hold on, Bree. What
This is
interests you about
degeneracy.
what attracts you to casinos though? That's interesting. So you don't mind working for the casino? It said Steve won't
Steve
shit.
wants shit in the woods. Oh, remember you talk about
Oh,
taking a shit in the
want shit?
woods?
Hell yeah! I got my AI guy working on some advanced stuff. I'll do that,
Man, I don't know, man. I don't like this. This is bad. Our seniors are gonna get into this. They're gonna
bro.
bet their social security money on this.
Listen, man, when you're a senior too, bro, you're bored out of your mind. You're retired, you ain't got no job. Most of your friends are not really hanging out with you as much. You need something to do. Seniors love casino. I mean, this is different. This is
No, I
sports.
know. I saw it yesterday when I went the other day. Dudes with the little rolling thing, like, zzz,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. They be chilling out there.
bro.
Everything is self-restraint.
I don't like where the world is going. I don't like the world is going. Look, we got weed coming from over here.
Yeah, yeah,
We
yeah.
got we got sports betting coming from over here. We got AI creating girlfriends now. People are marrying their AI girlfriends and shit like this. Did you see the whole Grok thing that just happened?
No.
Grok just like became the number one app in Japan because he created an AI girlfriend that people are. She's like she can say anything. She's not PC,
Dang.
and it just became the number one app in Japan. Like I just read about it like earlier today.
I
What
mean,
are we doing here, bro?
I'm not gonna lie, right? Nowadays, the amount of vices there are, and we're covering Vice Week, guys. There's too many. The temptations on all aspects, whether it's sex, whether it's gambling, whether it's alcohol, whether it's drugs, and all aspects, it is at a high, 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 like in all aspects, and it's dangerous. Even violence, everything like you could think of.
And you know, we can't get into OnlyFans because it's not publicly traded, but they're
Yes,
killing it. They're killing it.
yeah.
Their
Oh,
numbers are crazy. Um, Now we got AI girlfriends. Now we got AI influencers. It's crazy.
it is.
Level 5
The
gets her
love gets
naked.
me.
No, I think he's not joking, bro. It's really like loose.
I mean,
I
it's
haven't.
a AI though. I don't even know why you need levels. I mean, you could actually uh
No, but these guys are like gonna take an like they literally gonna think this is their girlfriend now.
yeah, we live in a different world, guys, and I guess this is one of those companies that's capitalizing on this new world that we're in. Look at this iGaming. They said product offerings typically include a full suite of games available in land-based casinos. Also, they do have oh, no, no, available on okay, so they're offering online games that is typically like casinos would have. Okay. So generating through hold or gross winnings. Um,
Yeah.
so they kind of have
AJ
like
is saying there's a
blackjack and
person
stuff.
named Little Tay that just turned 18, got OnlyFans right away as soon as she turned 18, and made $1 million within like a day or two.
I mean, people want they want. You see what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're gonna be banning OnlyFans. If we're talking about, they should be restricting on banning on betting. Then there's other stuff we're gonna end up banning, right?
I mean,
Alcohol.
Texas banned Pornhub.
True, but then why in Texas not banning alcohol? Right? You can make the same arguments for most of these things, right? Why is one worse than the
No,
other?
but there is some limits on alcohol. Like at the bar, they cut you off.
No, no, but if I could go to a liquor store and buy as much as I want, there's no limit on how much I could buy at the liquor store, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so I could drink my to death if I want, if I could buy as much as what I want.
Yeah,
What?
but it's like I'm talking about like losing your life savings. It's different than you getting drunk at home.
No, but alcoholics or people that use drugs, I mean, drugs is illegal. Let's take that out of the
Yeah,
way.
drug is
I'm
already
just saying,
illegal.
where do we come to a point where we say, hold on, we're given free will? You could give guidance and all that, but ultimately, you got to make, I think we got to give people a way to make better decisions. Perhaps that's what we got to do.
Bro, we already know people are not gonna do that. We already know that.
But then,
Why
then
are we pretending like, oh, we just need to educate and people are gonna no, we already know this taps into the human nature of it all. We already know that. This is tapping into something deep.
but the problem is though, even prohibition, they've seen that it's not effective. If it was effective, I could maybe somewhat agree with you, right? They did prohibition with alcohol, that brought a whole bunch of problems. Gambling, even though it's legal now, before there was a black market for gambling. Maybe it's not as
No, I
like
mean,
sports
like
betting and stuff,
being able
but
to
there's a
click
big
on
market.
my phone and bet
Huh?
the whole damn 401k is different, bro.
I think the ease and how they make it, I think maybe that should be restricted. It should be harder to bet. I would agree with you on that. Like how easy it is to bet, they shouldn't allow them to do that. Like this, especially on your phone and stuff. That
Imagine like your parent is like on you know limited income. What they call those fixed
fixed
income.
income.
I think you should be able to get a notice like, hey, your dad is about to bet his whole damn check this month. Do you approve? I think there should be a second authorization before he's
Can't
able to.
afford it. Uh, I mean, listen, I yeah, let's not even get into. You could borrow money with
Son.
the casino to bet.
Oh
Uh,
my
so
god,
it's a whole yeah. They have a whole credit department within a casino where you could borrow money right there, and it's one of the easiest thing you could do. So it gets complicated. All right, so they also have daily fantasy sports. Since our launch, we have monetized their daily fantasy sports product offering by facilitating peer-to-peer play where contestants compete against each other for prize money. So you're saying this is the part where it's allowed in Texas?
Yeah, if I read it
Oh.
correctly.
So
Yeah.
this competitive like one-on-one type of game, they make money from this as well. And so the revenue from DFS consists of the difference between the entry fees collected and the amounts paid out to contestants as price in a period. Do you see their business model though? In all instances that they engage in, they're gonna make money. Like as long as you have participants, they're gonna make money. Okay, they also have digital lottery carrier. Their digital lottery carrier product offering facilitates the purchase of official state lottery tickets on behalf of customers through a mobile application or website. So you could also buy lottery tickets from DraftKings.
Well, it looks like they buy it for you or something, and then they resell or they charge you a little fee. Says offers facilitating the purchase on behalf of customers through a mobile
Hmm.
application. Revenues earned primarily from service fees for processing and fulfilling ticket orders, along with commissions earned from state lotteries on ticket sales. Damn.
I don't know how they do this though, because certain states you cannot buy their tickets unless you are in that state. Right.
Well, they'll make sure the person that's buying the ticket lives in that state.
Maybe yeah, they do like a location verification.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like as soon as I go back to Texas, my DraftKings doesn't work anymore.
Really?
Yeah,
Ah, so they do have
it works
location.
in Louisiana. It doesn't work in Texas,
I
and I
see.
think it forces you to share your location. Otherwise, it won't work at
I
all.
see. So they all do the same thing. Um, yeah. And then they also do media advertising and sponsorship. Their advertising package ranges from standard ad placements and backgrounds ad placement to more high touch integrations. So they also sell advertisement to brands. That's also another way that they make money. Look at that. Several, the sports book, the fantasy, the brand.
Yeah, they do have seasonality. What we talked about when like NFL and NBA is not on, it's like less busy.
Oh, look at this. They have NFT too, though. Look at what it says. We
Yeah,
launched DraftKings Marketplace during the third quarter of 2020. Marketplace was an NFT ecosystem designed for mainstream accessibility that offered created initial NFT drops. Guys, you remember about NFTs? These are
yeah,
like
they should.
digital.
It looked like they shut this marketplace down in third quarter of 2024.
Oh, so it's not no longer what used
NFT
to
went
be.
away.
Wow, guys. So the NFT was a big hype, if you remember. Now I guess they shut that part of the business down. And as AB mentioned, there is seasonality. If sports are not happening, you know what I'm saying? There's no gambling. So this is probably like a slow time for them around the summer. It's only like
Yeah,
baseball.
I just saw a video like right before we came on, like from today actually, and they actually did well in Q2 of this year.
Yeah, I saw that too. I
With
actually
the Kramer, you saw when the CEO went on Kramer show on CNBC.
no, I saw an article. I didn't see the video.
Yeah, I think this was like their profit was up from 2024 in Q2
But
from
Q2 is when the NBA
what?
finals and stuff happened too.
Yeah, um, but they said, wait, was it Q2? It has to be Q2, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Q2.
the
Yeah,
CEO said like we do less marketing then because it's not NFL. It seems like NFL is more of a thing than NBA.
yeah.
I think NFL is way bigger than NBA, especially when it comes to this stuff.
I see.
So they say like that's how they were able to be profitable. So I'm not happy that they're doing well. Like I don't like this, man.
Yeah, especially on an off season where NFL is not even on and they're making good money. You could only anticipate once the season is on how much money
And
they're gonna
this is
make.
only like a 4 or 5 year company I'm talking about in terms of being public.
Wait,
COVID.
what year did they? I know they got through a SPAC, right? Was
Yeah.
it 2020,
When did
2021?
Draft Kings?
Hassan says NFT was dumb. Um,
Okay, April 2020.
man, guys, so that's 5 years, literally.
It's a 5-year-old company, and they're already doing $5 billion in revenue last year, or something like that. four point
Yeah.
two.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Essentially 5 billion. That's
I
impressive.
mean, and that's only covering the United States. I think this is not even Europe or other parts of the world. If I
May I don't know actually. We got to check that. You might be right, but I'm not 100% sure. Um, yeah, we got to check. I guess we get when we look at the geography, we probably could see that. So user acquisition, which is a big thing for them, because as a gambling platform, user acquisition is important. You want to have a low user acquisition. So they say utilizing a blend of analytics and data science as our foundation, we leverage our marketing to acquire, retain, and reactivate users. Reactivate users. You see that word right there? It's like if a
Mhm.
guy is slipping off, he ain't betting no more. They
Oh
reactivate
my
your ass.
god.
We use a variety of free and paid marketing channels in combination with compelling offers and exciting product innovations. These are the same people that said like gambling is a problem and you need to be checked, but then they also be offering you compelling offers and
No,
exciting
remember it's
product
kind of like my
innovation.
Chick-fil-A guy that sends me like free shake
Yes, exactly.
when
Except
it's like, hey, AB hasn't been in Chick-fil-A in a couple of months. Here's a
AB,
free coupon.
yeah. So they'd be like, AB, you want to win $100? We give you an extra $20 for free. And they do this. I could vouch with other companies. They'd be like, oh, we'll send you $25 in deposit, or extra deposit. If you want to deposit 100, we'll make it 125. So that's what they mean by compelling offers. And then they optimize our marketing spend using data collected since the beginning of our operations, as well as additional data from vendors, partners, and data providers. Our marketing spend is based on a return on investment model that considers a variety of factors. Blah, blah, blah.
They do
Right.
have a little bit of activity outside the US,
Oh, they
but it's
do.
like it seems like it's the daily fantasy stuff and not the sports betting that
I
much.
see. Okay.
Not that much. Canada, a little bit of the sports betting in some jurisdictions in Canada, but it seems like most of it is US.
Got it.
Man,
And
we're
look at
just
this.
getting started in this industry, Steve, and they're already killing the game. Like
They
they've
are
had a
killing the
billion
game.
dollars more every year in revenue.
Yeah, they've been going up consistently, and it looks like they also have relationships with the NFL and NBA, MLB, NHL, UFC, all the major brands. I'm surprised they don't have MLS. I guess maybe MLS is not big. The Major League Soccer is not listed in here. Um,
I
that's
know they got with Amazon too.
Yes, actually, that's one thing is mentions right here. We also engage in relationship with media partners, including Amazon, which selected DraftKings as a sponsor, an official pregame odds provider for Thursday Night Football on Prime Video in September 2022. And under the multi-year agreement, TNF on Prime Video will feature DraftKings integration and live pregame, including odds and additional sports betting insights, as well as other TNF themed offerings. And even ESPN has shows now dedicated to just betting. Like they'll tell you what to bet and stuff like that, and analyze betting strategies. Yeah, there's
And
little
they have their
shows.
own platform to bet. They
They
you
do.
know.
They have ESPN Bet as well. They do. But they have shows dedicated for that as well. So that also, from a market perspective, it's a growing market. If you're seeing, a company like ESPN, which is owned by Disney, advocating for gambling, this is a growing industry, and everybody's trying to
But
get
why is that?
a
Why is
share of
that
it.
the? Why is that the ruler we use to measure this stuff?
What?
Oh, it's a growing market. I hate that, man. I
But it
hate that
is
this is the
though.
society we live in. It's a growing market, so this is good. You know what I
No,
mean? Like
no,
when
good for business.
I know, but like, bro, Are we a society or are we just a bunch of just business people taking money from each other?
I,
What is this?
this is capitalism, bro. You listen. You can't be preaching talking about woke theory. You're against socialism, and then a day where you're seeing capitalism at its finest, and it's listen. This is the part. This is the evil side of capitalism right here. You're looking at it right here. You know what I'm saying? Free
I mean, this
markets.
is just sad. This is sad. Somebody needs to call it out. You know what's so sad too? All
What?
the athletes are on this. They are eager to be on this. They probably want to invest. I mean, we seeing
Hell yeah.
every retired artist. I mean, uh, like KG. I've seen like all these guys. Like, let me look.
Oh
Let me look
yes.
to see who's sponsored by. It's like everybody and their
Oh
mom is
no, no,
sponsored
they
by
are
these
big.
companies.
Especially like podcasts, like main podcasts, like sports podcasts and stuff. Almost all of them are usually sponsored by some type of betting platform. Um, yeah, I know like $1 million worth of game is sponsored by gambling. It is what it is. It's sponsored with gambling company. Of course, all the ESPN
Hassan
shows.
agrees with me. Hassan agrees with me. Say facts. Agree with AB. Money, money, money by any means necessary. Yeah,
I, I mean, it sucks. I agree with you guys, but
bro.
it's
LeBron James is on this.
LeBron is in everything, though, bro. LeBron is in everything.
LeBron James got a damn deal with DraftKings. We got David Ortiz. We got Lisa Leslie. We got Tony Hawk. We got Shaquille O'Neal.
I think they even got a deal with Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, I think, is advisor to the board.
I know he's a fucking degenerate gambler.
Yeah, yeah, he's big time.
We got
Big time.
Michael Jordan, Rob Gronkowski, Paul Bissonnette, whatever, Julius Irving, Emmett Smith, Conor McGregor, Ryan Fitzpatrick, whatever, Chris Money Mc. What is this?
Growing industry, guys. Growing industry. um,
Boo. AB's already boo, 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 boo.
listen, that we got to cover that in the morality section of our pod. As a business, though, this company's capitalizing on a growing market. Whether it's right or wrong, obviously that could be determined, right? AB saying he's not a fan of it, which I agree with. But from a business standpoint, it's
You don't
helping these
agree.
people.
You don't agree. Don't try to come on my side now. You don't agree.
No, I
You like
really, I said it yesterday. What did I say? I said I would ban from all devices. I said I would ban gambling. That's what I said yesterday or the
but
day
then you gotta
before.
turn around and own this stock though, because you
The
know it's
day,
looking nice.
I don't, yeah, it's tough. It's tough out here because I gamble. I don't know. From devices though, this is probably one I would invest in compared to the, I wouldn't invest in. I was tempted to Philip Morris, but I'm like I couldn't. I'm like no. But I probably could invest in this possibly.
So okay, let's say if your kid was to be addicted to one of these things, which one would you pick that he'd be addicted to? Alcohol, cigarettes,
Man, I can't pick
gambling,
that, bro. I
porn.
can't even put that in the world. No way. None of them. Zero. None of the above. I
Knock
can't.
on wood, knock on wood. Yeah, we don't want to wish that upon.
No, man. All these
Yeah.
are.
Let's take it away from your kid. Like, let's just say a random kid then.
Ah, I don't know, bro. It's tough. It is tough. All these is very tough. So they got some intellectual property, man, in the form of software code, patented technology, and
The algorithm that probably makes all these decisions and all these spread and
ex-
all that.
and exactly what you just said. That includes proprietary sports betting. So the math that they use for to prop the bets, that's a patented thing that they have. Uh, and then they have obtained some rights from other places as well. Okay, moving on. Competition. Who's their biggest competition? Uh,
They're not dropping names.
yeah, they're not dropping names. Why are they not dropping names?
Not all of them.
They didn't
Only
drop
a few of
nothing.
them drop names.
Yeah, that's surprising. They don't even want to recognize them.
I think FanDuel is. I looked it up earlier. FanDuel is number two.
Look at this though. I'm surprised they employ that many people. Look at this, 5,100 employees, located in 7 countries.
Yeah, I mean it's small though, dude. For a company that's pulling in 4 point something $billion, we've seen some companies have 30,000 employees, all kinds of crazy numbers.
True, but considering the kind of business that they have, I didn't like, you know what I'm saying? It's online betting, it's mostly mathematics. I thought maybe, some type of AI algorithm. I thought it'd be, I don't know. I just
I
didn't
would think
see
it's a lot
why.
of software engineers and data people making sure the thing doesn't crash.
Yeah, so they have 1,600 engineers alone.
Okay, yeah.
So I guess that's where it is. But I mean, yeah, I mean that's a tight operation. 5,100 employees, and you generate almost a 5 billion. That's pretty good. That's what, like 100,000 per employees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty good.
Very efficient.
Very efficient. It's already looking good, guys. Look at that. We have committed and formalized employee development
Guys, what do y'all
program.
think? Are you guys enjoying the show? Let us know what y'all want us to get into. What are you curious about with gambling, sports gambling in general? We're looking at DraftKings over here, the leader in sports betting in the US. We're talking about a company that, well, sports betting became legal back in 2018. So these guys have been at the front of this whole thing. I mean, they had to go to every state and get approved. That took
That's what they were saying right here too. Like, they have to maintain licensing in different states. That's a lot of work.
so this like, and that's another thing about this thing, the barrier to entry. There is some barrier to entry.
Facts.
So which kind of keeps competition away a little bit, guys. It's not cheap to like go get approved for this with the regulatory body for every state. The lawyers, they don't just give you the license. Like, you going out there and getting like a license to braid hair or something. You know what I mean? Even those have requirements. So imagine what the other requirements to get this license, right? So them figuring this out alone, they can probably start a whole side business of helping other
Consulting other businesses. Yeah.
yeah, consulting and all that if they really wanted to.
Yeah.
They've done some accusation. I mean, they've done some acquiring of some like big brands. I don't know, they'll get into it. Um, but all right, let's see some numbers. What is that?
And real quick too, they say 39 U.S. states have some form of authorized sport betting. Of those 41 jurisdictions, 33 have legalized online sports betting. And then 32 of those 33 jurisdictions are live, and DraftKings operates in 26 of them. So they operate in most of the places
Why
where.
would they not do the others though? That's kind of interesting, right?
Which ones?
It's saying there's 33 legalized online sports betting, but they only operate in 26 of them. Why not the others?
It's probably like restriction, like you mentioned. Maybe it's hard to navigate in these places.
Oh, maybe like you with Rhode Island.
Yeah, like Rhode
That's what they
Island.
mean. Oh,
Look, so the apps that they're in, all this. So they mentioned all this. You're not gonna see Rhode Island in here. Yep, you're not. I wonder if they say.
interesting. And then you see Ontario there for Canada.
Oh, so they have Canada too. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they got a little bit of Canada.
And
In addition, we
2018 thing.
also
Um,
they operate a retail. It says, hold up, go up a little bit. We also operate retail sports book in Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, Illinois, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana. Really? Retail. What does that mean? You see it?
yeah, I see it. What does that mean though?
So that means you can go walk up to some building and put a bet and not use your app.
Really? They didn't mention
Yeah.
that as part of their thing though. Let's look up.
Guys, what do you think? If you are the king of United States, are you allowing gambling or are you banning gambling? All forms of gambling, including sports betting. Do you feel like people are less, weird about sports betting versus like
Oh wow, you're right.
blackjack and stuff like that?
Say that again. What was your question?
Do you think it has less connotation, sports betting versus like actual casino gambling?
No, I think actually sports betting is worse because
The
I-
perception with people.
perception. Yeah, I think so.
Hmm. I would. I mean, I have no data for this, but I think sports betting, it's like it's tied to something you enjoy. So
Hmm.
it's almost an extension of like you liking the NFL. But when you go to the casino and you're playing like you're shooting dice, that shit right there, that shit just look like you're you're gambling our future.
True, true.
You
I
know,
guess
I think that visual.
the visual, maybe. I think you might be right with the visual. I'm looking at frequency though. There's much more sports game than you going physically to play blackjack. So just make if you do sports betting, you're like, hold on, how many games? Just the NFL, what they played, what 17 games or 18 games?
Man,
So
Bro, what about MLB? They play like 100 something games. That's
yeah, MLB plays
insane.
a lot of games. NBA plays 82 games,
Yeah.
or 83 games, and boom,
You know, like
soccer,
I've
UFC.
seen like some, you know how they have like those pop the balloon dating shows on YouTube.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I've seen girls like pop because like the guy does like sports betting. I
Yep.
think girls are not really feeling the whole sports betting, like the whole parlay thing and stuff. They look at it like a risk factor. Like, ladies, let me know if y'all think about that. Like,
Because I think people think there's degeneracy. Like if somebody is like only does it once in a while, you can't separate those people from the ones that are like, just every time, every week, like man, we get into parlays. Parlays is what they call suckers bet. Like a lot of people play parlays. Parlays is when you bet on multiple teams to win, and those give you the best odds from a payout perspective, but they have the lowest odds as far as winning percentage. And
because
they
they lure you in, right? It's like you put 50 bucks and you get like 5,000, some crazy.
yes, and they call them a sucker's bet. They are incredibly profitable for the business, and people live off that hope, bro. And I've seen people do it all the time. And there's a logic of education. I mean,
Guys, we got some new viewers. Welcome, guys. We're talking about DraftKings. We're talking about sports betting. You know, we got the moral conversation. Steve-O is on the evil side, on the capitalism
I'm
side,
on the evil
heartless.
side.
We got heartless over here. What y'all think? Make sure you guys like the video, guys. Subscribe if you're a new subscriber. Welcome. We're gonna get into the numbers here. The hours is getting away from us. We've been kind of bullshitting
Damn,
around.
you 22, man. We can. That's a lot. But
Yeah.
as we mentioned, they actually have in-person casino too. AP was right, spot on with that. In Arizona, Colorado, Connecticut, and some states. And I mean, I could see that growing in the future as well. I wonder how they're seeing that. But they have how many states is that? That's one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 states that they have in-person gambling as well, in addition to the online sports
I
that they
wonder if it's
have.
like a full blown casino or it's just kind of like a little shop. I go in there and like put my little bet and walk out. Cause you know, I wonder if they have like physical games and stuff. But
Let's see. Let's
um,
look at let's see if we could see an example.
well, that's their website right there. Oh.
Show me.
Welcome, guys. What's going on? If you're watching this and if you're on your phone, say hello. Say what's up, guys. Our viewers, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boy AB. We got Steve in the house tonight. We're covering DraftKings. Who's betting on sports games, guys? Have y'all bet on any of these? Have you guys bet on sports games? Did you guys bet on the Super Bowl? You know, like in NOLA, like it's allowed, but we only really have like one big casino.
What, Lake Charles? Oh, actually, that's in New Orleans. Never mind. That's in
Like
other
in New
side of
Orleans, like we
Louisiana.
only really have one big casino. That's it. We have smaller ones, like kind of like where people live, but like in the center of town, we just have one big casino, Caesars. That's it.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah.
I know people in Texas go to Lake Charles. I mean, especially from Houston.
Yeah.
We used to go to Lake Charles. That was it.
No, there's buses that take you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's crazy,
It
bro.
is, dog. It's a good time. It's a good time. That's actually where I won my poker game. Yep, that's where it is. All right, so iGaming products. Oh, look at this. It says generally, online gambling in the United States only lawful when specifically permitted under applicable state law. At the federal level, several laws provide federal law enforcement with an authority to enforce and prosecute gambling operation conducted in violations of underlying state gambling laws. These enforcement laws include the Unlawful Internet Gambling Enforcement Act, the Illegal Gambling Business Act. Okay. So there's a federal rule as well, but it looks like state rules is what matters.
Mm-mm-mm.
Daily fantasy, we talked about that. They have some data protection. Responsible and safer gaming. Look at this. We view the safety and welfare of our users as critical to our business and have made associated investments in our process and systems. We are committed in industry leading responsible gaming practices and seek to provide our users with the resources and services they need to play responsibly. Additionally, all of our employees take responsible gaming training with mandatory periodic refresher training overseen by our compliance team. I hate when companies brag about this. Just because you throw a freaking training and submit it to your corporate team, and like everybody has taken these courses before, like it
Nah, it's
makes
like they're
you
checking a box. It's like checking
yes,
a box.
yes, that's exactly
Like,
what it is.
guys, we did it. You can't tell us nothing. We did it. We did it. We did it.
Yes, exactly. But I feel like we're making this company a little bit more evil than the other two vices we covered. We didn't really go hard on these other two companies. Like I don't know why we're
I
demonizing
don't
them.
I don't know why like I'm going hard on this tonight. I don't know. I gotta like find out what's my motivation, but I just think this is so degenerate. I think it's because it's like I don't know, man. Like drinking. I guess if you drink every day, I'm against it. But I don't know if most people drink every day. Most people kind of drink on the weekends.
But most people don't gamble every day either. It's only a certain. I think percentage wise, I guess we have to make the case. Which one is more addicting? I don't know if alcohol, cigarette, or gambling is more addicting. Like you know what I'm saying? Percentage stand. Like I don't know.
You know what makes me scared about gambling is like somebody can bet their life savings on this stuff.
True.
You can't drink your life savings in a day.
But how
In
many
a
people
day.
but how many people you think are betting their life savings away? Who is that percentage of people betting their life savings? That's a small percentage. Just like people that drink to death, like drink so much that they black out. Like I think it's a small percentage. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, man. Because like, which one you think? Because isn't money like the number one reason people get divorced? I
I
think it's
think you
like
mentioned that. Yeah, yeah, it's up there. Yeah, for divorce.
so. I'm trying to see like how is this gonna like separate families and like cause problems. I know that alcohol is in there, but
Because
I
alcohol is a
don't know.
big factor in the casino too. I mean, I know we're talking about online betting, but these things make you impulsive as well. These other
No,
influences.
I like, and that's another thing. The fact that I can just click on the damn phone and I'm betting like $100, $200. These people cannot afford this stuff, bro. They
Yeah.
cannot afford it at all.
But at least with this stuff though, there's a bottom of the bottle, meaning when your money runs out, you're done. With these other stuff, you usually could find a way to get alcohol, usually could find a way to get cigarette. It's
But
easy.
but if we're just purely looking at money, alcohol is way cheaper than this.
True. Yeah. I
If
would
you're,
agree.
you know, what I mean, you can get a
I
bottle
would
of
agree.
something for $10 and it will last you a couple of days.
Fact. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's a
I we
very
like
it's a
we're
very
making
good question.
points on both ends. I think we're making good points on both ends. I'm split, but I don't know why this one bothers me a lot. Like, I just think it's so because like I just know like most people are just wage work. Like most of us, we just earn money like regularly, and like for you to go blow this thing,
But you also are not a participant in this vice. So you kind of have like this, you know what I'm saying, evil look at this thing. You know what I mean? Like alcohol, you drink alcohol. It might seem like to you like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for a person, somebody could say, yo, cigarettes is worse. Like if they found out their kids, especially in the Ethiopian community, if my mom found out I gamble, she don't mind. But if she found out I'm smoking cigarettes, she gonna be crazy mad. You know what I'm saying? Which is interesting.
but I think it's more dangerous that you gambling that you smoke cigarettes. But
But your own also involvement, I think, kind of makes you biased to one of these vices. Guys, what do you think? Are
mm,
all these vices equal? Is one worse than the other? We're
guys,
covering DraftKings,
participate.
guys.
Guys, participate in the chat. Let us know. Engage with us. It keeps us you know covering this topic like in the way you wanted it, so like we can kind of see if you're like liking it when we kind of go on these tangents, or you like more of like us like getting into the numbers and breaking it down all the way. um yeah, I think.
These are all the risk. They got a lot of risk. One of the things they said is negative events or negative media coverage relating to or declining popularity of sports betting, just like what AB is doing. Online sports betting, DFS, the underlying sports or athletes, and iGaming. Other negative coverage may adversely impact our ability to retain or attract users, which could have an adverse impact on our business. Okay. All right, let's keep going. We got to get to the numbers. Risk factoring related to business and industry. Let's kind
Yeah,
of jump into the
if you want
numbers.
to get to the numbers right away, you can do the whole like burger thing at the top left.
Yeah.
uh Actually, I don't know if you could go up to like page one and then click on the link and it will take you to
Yeah.
financials. But like, yeah.
Let's do that. Let's go to.
What's up, guys? Who's watching? Who's with us, guys? Drop a comment. Let us know what y'all think. We saw that revenues went up by $1 billion the last 2 years. That's a crazy thing, like the stuff we covered so far. Monday we did Philip Morris. Tuesday we did I did Diageo, the alcohol brand. We didn't see those kind of crazy jumps in revenue.
Yeah.
I
But
think it's nice.
those are also mature businesses as opposed to this
Right,
business, which is
right. That's
fairly
that's
new.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
All right, 69.
Mm-mm-mm.
Okay. So this is the balance sheet. I don't know why that. I guess we'll go. So there's guys, just to let you know, and maybe we have said this before. There's three main statements for a business. There's the balance sheet, which is called like statement of positions, which kind of tells you what assets they have, what liabilities they have, and then you look at stockholders' equity, which means like investors or people that own part of the company. States that. You also have the income statement. The income statement reflects what has been going on in the year. It looks like the revenue, it looks like the expenses, and kind of gives you a picture of what transpired within a year. And then there's also a cash flow statement, which tells you cash they generated because corporate, they use what's called accrual accounting, meaning you don't have to receive cash. It could be as long as you earn something. Let's say you place an order, you know what I'm saying, for a car, right? And as long as but you gain the payment as you go along. You could technically report that as an earning, even though you didn't receive all the cash. So it's called accrual accounting. So they report the cash flow separately, And then that's where you have your cash flow from operations. If you had cash from financing, which is you borrowed the money, or if you invested the cash. So just going to give you that background. But balance sheet, this is important because this shows you their ability to pay any liabilities and stuff that they have, how much cash they have. And right here, their cash actually went down. So it looks like in 2023 they had 1.2 billion in cash. This year or 2024 they had 788 million dollars in cash. We're reviewing, guys, DraftKings, their balance sheet. Restricted cash, this typically is money they cannot touch, either because they probably have to do a percentage. Usually see this like in state or government or like insurance companies where they have restricted cash they cannot touch, either because there's margin requirements, and you see the banks too, they can't touch it either because there's some regulations that requires them to keep a certain amount of cash because of the kind of business they're in and all that. So even though it is listed in their current asset, it's not really touchable money. So they have 16 million of that cash reserved for users. Damn, this is money. Why they have that listed on current asset though? That's not even their money. This is cash.
Cash
I'm assuming these are payouts that people have won, but they have not taken it out yet.
cash reserved for users.
That's what I think it means. We gotta just to double check. We gotta look that up.
I wonder if that one is like in case they are so bad on their like algorithm that like money reserves sitting that they need to pay out, like kind of like money they have to kind of put aside.
I would think though that would be like
Because the
restricted.
restricted cash was only like 15 million. That's not enough. Or the
On
no,
behalf of
well,
its
and its
customers.
customers. Why would you report it as an asset though?
Right.
Shouldn't that be a liability?
So DraftKings, like other regulated companies, is legally required to keep user funds separate from its own operational fund. This means that money deposited by users as well as any winnings is held in a distinct account, often called a segregated account, that's not commingled with the company's operating expenses or other accounts. So then why the hell are you listed as your current asset? On the balance sheet, cash reserved for users is typically presented as a current asset alongside other liquid assets like cash and restricted. This signifies that these funds are readily available to meet short-term. But come on, that is very misleading. That is super misleading. 525 million. This is either, guys,
I guess they're looking at it like
from a
I
liability.
could use that to pay somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like floating the money. It's kind of like my deposit can pay Steve like a bank. So they can it's technically like something available for them to use because they can use it, right?
As long as they be able to give them back the money when it's needed, right?
Right.
But you know, I don't know. This could be, in my opinion, I don't think they should be listed in the current asset. I mean, but it's a different topic.
Who
But
makes that? Who makes that call?
the FASB, they make their laws for the United States, and they report under U.S. GAAP, generally accepted accounting principles. But the Federal Accounting Standards Board,
Right.
they're the ones that usually kind of make these things. I'm sure they have a good reason for it, but just looking at it right here, as an investor, I'd be like, what the hell? I don't know. I don't think it should be reported, but nonetheless, they have 525 million. This is either money people deposit to their account to bet, but they haven't bet yet, or this is payouts that should be made to users, but the people have not withdrawn from their account. And then receivables reserved for users. This is also 62.62 million.
This is kind of small.
Yeah, account receivable. There's money owed to them, about 57 million. Prepaid expenses. These are expenses that they paid ahead of time, but they haven't incurred it yet. So all in total, current assets about 1.53 billion, which is lower than the year before. And then property and equipment. What the hell? Oh, so
Look at
I
that
mean,
goodwill, 1.5 billion.
so they must have acquired a company before. They have a goodwill that big. There's an
It
acquisition
went up
spreadsheet.
too. You see how it
It
went from
went up.
886
Yeah,
to
yeah.
1.5.
So they must have
So I
made an
think they acquired
acquisition.
somebody during this time.
They acquire somebody. Usually, guys, goodwill is associated when you acquire a company. That extra money that you paid, that's worth more than their balance sheet, is considered goodwill. So when you see a rise in goodwill from one year to another, it's usually an indication that the company has acquired someone or paid for a service or some type of patent or something. So all in total assets 4.2 billion, a jump from the previous year, 3.9 billion.
So they acquired a company called Jack Pocket, a
Oh,
leading digital lottery app in the United States for $750 million.
I see. So that's how, because they have a lottery gaming operations on the side. That's probably why they're able to offer it now.
Damn, bro, that's actually a huge market when you think about it.
Hmm.
Lottery is huge. It's probably bigger.
No, the lottery, if you combine every state, that's big. It's big, big, big. But they're probably not making that much money though, because they have to share that revenue with the states.
But
They
they get
probably
a
have like,
fee. They charging a fee
yeah,
to the person, and the state gives them a cut for selling it. It's a resale thing. They
true.
said that.
But I guess you would have to depend on the volume. But I don't know if they're gonna make a lot of money from that. But it still is another avenue for them. And current liabilities, these are bills that they have to pay within 1 year. They have 661 million, and they have other liability to users as well, 979 million, which is
Oh,
interesting.
look at this, Steve. Look at how like the TAM is crazy on this on the lottery.
What
Like
is it? How much?
what the opportunity, right?
Total addressable market, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like roughly half of American adults, or about 162 million people, buy a lottery ticket at least once a year.
But that's once a year is a very broad.
At least it says at
Yeah,
least.
yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, that's,
Um,
I could see that.
I
So
mean,
half
bro,
150 million
even if
people.
they got like $10 and they get, let's say, half of that 80 million, what is that? eight
Hold on,
hundred
$10.
million
How are you
dollars.
getting $10? What do you mean $10 from what?
Like say throughout the year, let's say they get half of that market, right? About 80 million people,
Okay.
and let's say like throughout the year they get about $10 from each person that dealt with them.
Transaction. Okay, that's what. So
That's 800
800.
million.
But then now they probably get a 1% fee.
No, no, no. I'm saying they make $10 from that person. Their cut is $10.
No, that's high, bro. They make
Why?
$10 because I don't know what the
Nah.
average.
In a year, I'm talking about in a year, Steve-O. Like that's like a
No, no,
dollar
I
a month.
get, but that's assuming then because let's say if you make $10 from those 80 million people, those people would have to spend $100 per year on lottery because they probably make like 1%, 1 or 2%.
Yeah, like
Like,
that's like one lottery a month. $10 lottery
you
a
think
month.
80 million people are spending $100 a year on lottery? 80 million. That's about over. I guess that would be only 25% of the population, right?
Yeah. Wait.
Actually, maybe it is feasible. 25% of the population spending $100, but I gamble. I don't spend $100 on lottery though in a year. Maybe
Okay,
I'm
so
just not.
hold on. Look, total US lottery sales surpassed 113 billion
113 billion. Damn.
dollars.
So then 10% of that would be 100 and well, no, 1.13 billion. So then 1% is 113 million. Damn. So it's actually a bigger market than I thought. So even if they get 10% of that, which is 0.1%, they're looking at a 10.3 million dollar money, which is very feasible.
It ain't small because you know what I mean. Like it ain't that small because we're talking about volume.
Yeah, no, for sure.
113 billion. I
Plus,
mean,
instead of going to a store, because when you buy a lottery too in a store, you could only use cash and stuff. It's very restrictive. Like it's ridiculous. Like
I can see in AB's opinion, I can see this being a sleeper actually
it could
because
be, I
the
think.
convenience factor of it is very attractive.
And I think also people could spend more money because it's on an app. You would spend more money than you typically would, especially when like you see it, the payout is increasing. You'd be like, you know what, I'm gonna spend like an extra 50, 100
And
bucks.
it's a good like lead generation to get you into the stock stuff.
Yes, it is. It's a good gateway to these other things. It's a little like let give you a little taste. Or do you know what? They could offer it for free. You get a lottery ticket if you bet a ba 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 ba. Nah, look at that. Look at that, guys. They might. He's helping the evil people, guys. He's
Yeah,
helping.
I was able to kind of bring Steve on my side over here. Like I made a decent enough case. It looked like Steve
No,
was
no,
like,
no. I mean,
I
listen.
kind of see the light. He's like, I
When
kind of see the light.
when
But
it's valid, it's valid. You know what I'm saying? You can't deny the
nah, cause
validity.
no, but I like that you always push back because I have to have an argument.
Right. I mean,
I
I
you know
didn't
what
think it was
I mean?
that big of a market. It's way bigger than I thought. 113 billion. Look at this though. They have liability to users another 979 million. So I don't know.
Well,
So how is that different from? So this liability to users must be then the payouts that they have to pay. So then I think we have it opposite. The other one is deposits made, but people have not bet on it yet. So people are really just dumping money into the account and not even using it yet. 520 million worth. They
yeah.
say this about even like Starbucks and
Gift
stuff.
cards, gift
Yeah, gift
card.
cards. Yeah, gift cards is a big thing
You,
like that
I think
too.
we saw that on one of the things we did.
We looked at it and how many don't get redeemed. I think we look at Lululemon. I think it might
Yeah.
have been Lululemon. Yeah. So total assets 4.2, total
What's up,
liability.
guys? Who's watching? Who's view? We the chat is kind of not active these
Man.
days. Are y'all with us?
You know what, man? Listen, as long as they rock it with us, I understand it's Tuesday and you got work the next. Well, today's Wednesday. Jesus. I. But look at their total current assets compared to the liability. AB. They have more liabilities than assets, and that's also taking consideration that little cash reserve for users, which is not even their own money. So 1.5 billion in current assets, but look at their current liabilities, 1.654. If you really take away that 525, they're looking at a billion in current asset and then 1.6 in current liabilities.
But I'm just saying, why is that? Why is that 979? That's kind of crazy, right?
Which one?
Why is the liability to users almost $1 billion?
Like why? We got to look at that because that is a good question. Because I mean, are people
Because
not like
I feel
taking
like
their?
no, if I'm DraftKings and I owe somebody $1,000, I'm gonna send it to their account and I'm gonna get it off my books. I don't want that thing hanging out of my books. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, if the people didn't take out the payout, like if you don't withdraw from your account, you could have won money. But if you didn't withdraw
But
from your
okay, then
account,
that shouldn't really be a liability then. So it's gonna also false advertisement because I'm paid it out. It shouldn't be a liability to me then if I already paid it out.
that's a good point.
Yeah.
Then let's look it up. Then what is their liability? I don't know what the liability would be then. Player deposit. The liability encompasses the total amount of money deposited by users and any winnings they have accumulated.
This AI is kind of confused. I can't really trust this AI right now because it kind of gave the same answer from to the other one too.
Yeah, signifies the company's finance to its customer base, the importance of regulatory. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think they should be if I unless that's an actual like You know, like they explain this, but like there's the other document where they like go into it, right? Or you gotta scroll all the way down where they actually explain it.
Yeah, in the footnotes there. But it's either that or that. You know what I'm saying? What we explained. There's no other liability. I mean, what else could it be?
Yeah.
It's think, but I don't know why it is so high, and it went up too.
Now I don't think that's fair to them that that's listed as a liability. If
But
I
until you,
paid it,
but you
if I
haven't paid
paid
it
it out,
though.
it shouldn't be a liability. It should be just
But
cash that I
it's
have.
but it hasn't been paid out though until it gets extracted. It's like what we said about it shows in the account, but until it gets into your bank account, it's still, you know what I'm saying? Like it
Well,
hasn't
to
been
me,
taken out of the account.
yeah, because but like,
Because
yeah, I
paid
don't
out
know.
means when it goes to your bank. I get what you're saying. Like in the account, it shows paid out. But until I extract that money out, it's still a liability for them because they can't just take that money out, even if this.
I think they should like tell the number, but the money is there. It's not like they owe somebody. Like
But then where would you
the,
report it in the balance sheet?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It should be like I don't know, like people's money, like users' money,
Right.
users' money
Right.
we have that they haven't taken out yet, or some shit like that. I don't think it should be a liability.
AJ is giving us the accounting answer.
Counting. We got
Assets
AJ in the chat, active as
equals
always.
liability plus stockholders' equity. Yes, that is correct.
Hey, you know, AJ got a finance degree from a business school. He's no
Oh yeah.
dummy. Yeah, we
Oh,
went to
he
the
went to
same
A and
business
M, right?
school.
He went to A and M.
Nah, we went to Bauer together, U of H.
Oh, for real? Oh, that's
Hmm.
dope.
Not together, but we went to the same school.
Oh, Houston, man.
Oh, here we go. Revenue.
Look at their revenue, guys. Oh, they had a loss though. Oh, whoa. 4.7 billion, guys, they made in 2024, a jump of a billion from the previous year and almost a 2.5 billion jump from 2022 number. Cost of revenue, that's actually pretty high. Why is the cost of revenue so high? 2.95 billion. I mean, on
What is
top of
their
that,
cost of revenue though? What's their cost of revenue?
that's what I'm saying. Why the hell is the cost of revenue so high? That is surprising. Um,
Should they even use that wording? Cost of revenue? Because they
it's
don't make a product. What's
yeah,
cost?
like that is interesting. We gotta dive into the cost of revenue. That is a high cost of revenue. What is causing it so much? Sales and
Sales and
marketing.
marketing, 1.2 billion.
Input. That part I do understand. You do have to do a lot of sales and marketing, product and technology, 397 million, and then general and administrative, 764 million. That's also high for a 5,000 employee group. 764 million?
Well,
How much would that be if you have 5,000 employees making 100,000? How much does that equal to? Hold on. We got to do some math out here, guys. Let me pull up my calculator, guys. We're just assuming if each person makes a hundo, yeah, if each person makes $100,000, that would come up to 500 million. So even their general and administrative cost is a little expensive.
so I don't know. I mean, Google is telling me part of their cost of revenue is like the payout, obviously.
So if the payout, okay, I guess that makes sense then.
Yeah. And then it says platform and infrastructure costs, payment processing fees, revenue sharing with partners. Ah,
Oh,
revenue sharing with partners. Agreements with certain sports leagues teams and other partners may involve sharing a portion of
I see. So
revenue
that's
generated
probably
to their platform.
okay. But do you see the general administrative? It dropped by 100 and like in 2022 is 763. Then it dropped by 160 million essentially in 2023, and then it jumped back up by another 100 and 60 million.
I think you kind of might be right. Like they might have too many employees. Like why do you have all this?
But even if you have that many employees, that's a big
They must be
that's a
paying
big
well or what?
because you also have product and technology listed separately. I don't know. That's bizarre. Interest income. So they do make some money from interest income. So they do invest. It looks like they made 47 million just off of that. Interest expense. This is interest they just paid on loans. This is just the interest expense. It doesn't mean they repaid the loans. And looks like they had a loss on warrant liabilities. This might be some type of warrant that they had. I'm not sure exactly. They had other losses. This is probably maybe from the discontinuation of well actually no, that happened in the NFT thing
Yeah,
happened in 2024, right? So that's the loss from that NFT
their
business.
gross profit is 38%.
That's kind of low for a kind of business that you think. I guess though, for any they don't make any products.
Yeah.
You're essentially like a reseller, like a middleman. Um,
Nah,
besides,
but like, can you actually scroll up a little bit?
yeah,
That um sales and marketing 1.2.
yeah, sales and
That's
marketing. I
kind.
could see it being that high
But
though.
dude, that's like hold on, 1.2 divided by
Yeah, it's like almost
4.7,
25%.
25%.
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of high?
Nah, bro. For this kind of business though, I think that makes sense to me because it's a new business. You know what I mean? It's a new industry.
So where do you think the problem is for them to get to profitability? Because
That's
that's
a
the
good
big number that
question.
I see.
Obviously, revenue has to go up, cost of revenue has to drop, and general administration. The biggest thing is cost of revenue has to drop because,
So they got to get better with their algorithms. They got to win more.
or
That's the
their arrangements with these other people. I don't know if it scales up because, and look at even 2022, 2.2 billion, 1.4. So they made what 800 million right there, and then last year they made 1.4, and then this year though they made 1.8.
yeah. It seems like
So
their cost of goods sold is like 63. It's hovering around 60%, 63%. Um,
because that sales and marketing is not going to drop. You see it, it's kind of consistent. 1.18, 1.2, 1.264, and they can't have no general administrative cost. Like, why is it going up so much from 2023 to 2024?
yeah, but even if even if they didn't go up, they still would
They still
lose.
would be a loss. Yeah. So the biggest thing is really cost of revenue. I'm just picking up obviously other things, but you're right. I mean, cost of revenue is the biggest cost. They got to drop it. I don't know if maybe at scale that cost of revenue drops if they make more revenue. I don't know, but that's a high
Nah,
cost for this
nah,
kind of
that goes
business.
with it.
No, but
That
I'm
goes.
saying maybe if they have some type of efficient, because we don't know what part of the cost of revenue is what's how much they paying to these
NFL and
partnerships.
these guys, yeah.
Yeah, like what part is what? That's what I'm curious about.
Because like your revenue went up by $1 billion, and you still lost. Was their loss less this year than the previous year?
Let's look.
Are they losing less over the last 2 years,
Let's see.
or there's no money to be
They
made?
lost less. Yeah, they
Okay.
lost 1 point. So in 2022, they lost 1.3 billion. 2023, 802 million, and then 2024, 507 million. And guys, this is common with businesses that are fairly new. We looked at it with Tesla too. It takes years for businesses to make money. It's because they're making billions doesn't necessarily mean that it's quite profitable. And this business, as is right now, is not profitable. but they're improving. So at this rate, perhaps if this rate continues, maybe by 2026 they could be profitable.
because it looks like their cost of revenue is staying consistent around that 23, I mean 63, 61%. So
Hmm.
that's good to know, like that's staying stable. Like you said, marketing is kind of staying at that 1.2 level. So like you said, I think that they will find a there is a breaking point with that revenue going up.
I think so. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. too. There's a number that if they reach, I think at that point, when they get enough market penetration, it's big money. And then obviously they just bought the marketing, I mean the lottery thing. That's a new business they just engage in. Um, so that's another way for
Man,
them.
I think that marketing thing is gonna be a nice one because you know what I like is like a little fee business. I love a fee business. A couple of dollars. I love a fee business uh like Google with their like cloud or
Yes.
like Apple with their little $3. I
Uh-huh.
love that little business. You know what I mean? Because you know, like you get a little $3, 10 million people. That's 300 million. You know what I mean? That's a nice little
And so then you like being a credit card company then, like the Visas, the MasterCards, the
yeah.
American Expresses.
I want to be the toll road, baby. And that's what this lottery app really is. It becomes the toll
Yes.
road.
Yes. That's a good description of it. It really is. And you make on volume and finding a better way for people to purchase these things.
Ain't nothing complicated about it. You're just a platform, you know.
It is.
You don't even have to really do much because the lottery does all the work for you with the marketing. You just created the technology platform. That's all you did. You get your little cut, get your little cut. Even it helps both people. The lottery sells more. They like
Mhm.
that. They give you a cut on the back end. You're charging the customer a little fee. You won't even feel it. It's gonna be a little fee. 10 cents. Da, 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 bum, bum, bum. They're gonna get you for a couple of dollars. That's it. I don't know, man. I like it. I like it. I
No,
like
it's
it.
nice. I mean, they got different portfolios, so this company is set up to succeed, guys. So cash flow statement, operating activities, they made 507 million. Well, they lost 507 million. But then depreciation, amortization, you add that back in because that's not real money loss. So really cash flows from operating activities. So they actually had a positive cash flow this year. Oh, that's good to know.
Mm,
Oh, that is very good to know. That's the first time they turned cash positive. Oh, that's impressive. Okay. And then investing activities, it looks like they paid out for acquisition 441 million. So they did acquire a company, like as AB mentioned. And from financing activities, purchase of treasury stock. So they bought their own stock back too.
mm,
Huh. About 102 million. Um, so they are reinvesting in their own stock. So guys, that's one thing also businesses can do is they could buy their own stock, and it's called treasury stock. And they could buy it if they think it's underpriced right now, and then they could issue it in the future and make money from it. And or
Yo,
they didn't see
did you see the whole Elon thing?
what the pay package.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard about it briefly, but I didn't really dive deep into details about it.
bro. They gave this man 96 million shares.
I mean, he's deserving of it, bro.
Bro, it was like 25, like it was some 20
25
billion
billion or
dollars.
something. Yeah, but he's deserving. Like, even with the whole thing that they told him, the initial one that, the Delaware court said that he doesn't deserve, like the
Uh-huh.
50 something. I thought he deserved it because at that time, these were really ambitious goals. They thought he's not going to reach. And then the
Mhm.
company ended up reaching those goals. And then suddenly you're like, oh, no, oh, no, 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 it's too much. It's like, bro, I mean, I was trying
Mhm.
to see that definition that we were talking about earlier, if they define it. The
What?
one that's
You
the
want to
money owed,
control find it? What was it called?
the what the hell was the name? Liability to users. Okay. The company records liability for user account balances and pending wagers. User account balances consist of user deposits, most promotional awards, and user winnings less user withdrawals. Yep. Tax withholdings and user losses. Liabilities for user account balances may be covered through a combination of cash reserve for users, receivable reserved for users, and surety bonds for the benefit. So these are winnings that have not been redeemed. So then what's the other side? Then the other one is obviously deposits then that have been made but they haven't been used yet. Okay. That makes more sense. All right. We could go to Yahoo Finance unless AB you got any other sections you want us to cover?
Nah, that's good. Let's see the stock. I kind of wanna. I'm curious about the stock, guys. Who's buying this stock? What do y'all think? They're not profitable.
Not profitable, guys. You would think that with all the advertising and stuff, you would think like, oh, this company's making a lot of money, blah blah blah. You've seen them
Yeah, they're making a
having hot.
killing. They're making a
Yeah, you see
killing.
them having Drewski and all that. You're like, oh, they're probably making so much, but then look, the fact is, they're not. What was their
I don't
stock
know, man.
symbol?
I want to get an explanation what they thinking is gonna happen with this.
Bro, I'm telling you, this is a growth stock. This is one of those things we gotta look at where the market is going. I think
Yeah,
DKNG. Okay. Oh no.
but will they ever be profitable? I mean, DoorDash took forever to be profitable.
I mean, Uber took mad
Yeah,
long to be profitable, and they had such hype and so many users. That's why some people said, I was talking to a friend of mine who built an app actually for finance. Might have to bring it up one of these days, maybe I got to show it to you. But he was talking about, I just built a product that works for people, and I'm gonna figure out how to make money later. I'm like, yo, that business model sometimes works, but sometimes it's a fail. Like you could have something that people like, but they might not be willing to pay
like
for it.
Reddit. I don't think Reddit has ever been profitable.
Reddit, I don't think. I think this year I had heard some rumors that it might have been profitable, but it hasn't been profitable as of last year.
Bro, that shit has been around for 20 years.
Yes, and that's a very useful app, right? Like people love using Reddit,
I
but they were
love Reddit. I
struggling.
love Reddit. Yeah.
Yes, people rave about Reddit, and that was the problem about Reddit too. Like a useful thing, but didn't have a good revenue strategy. So when you're
But the
targeting
guy's a
someone
billionaire, so how does that work?
who,
The founder.
what for DraftKings
No,
for Reddit?
Reddit.
Yeah, it's probably stock holdings though. You know what I'm saying? Amount of stocks that he has.
Bro, I just think anyways, we're not getting into the whole rant thing, but guys, this is how you know the freaking stock market is a bunch of bullshit. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a big old game.
I mean, it definitely is a game, bro. This is a little bit of
There's no science to it. Like, if I'm not profitable, how the freak like
yep.
I'm worth billions of dollars?
Look at this company right here, dude. Like they have not turned a profit, but they're trading right now what at $45.36. They're predicted to go up to $53.59. But we could look at their earning per share is negative 82 cents. Um,
What's their
they got
market cap?
market cap.
$22 billion. So the co-founders are billionaires now because of this on paper.
And they're billionaires, like AB said. So let's look at all time what their stock has been at since they started, right? Oh, actually, it has went up 362% since its
Mhm.
inception. But a company that's not making profit has generated 362% profit. Like that's crazy.
Well, market, I mean, share value, not
Yeah, yeah,
profit.
but like you know what I'm saying. That if you
Like
bought and sold this stock, you would have made some money. Like it opened in 980 in 2019,
nine
and
dollars and eighty
then
cents.
nine
Wow.
dollars and eighty cents. Looked like it jumped. Their highest was around 2020. Actually, no.
60 bucks.
I'm sorry.
60% about
2021,
$61.
around COVID time, as AB likes to say, that stimulus money was kicking, that stock was jumping, and then they took the
Stimmy.
deepest
Yeah.
a low of low in June of 2022, around that time, and then now they've been on a upward, kind of up and down trajectory, and now they're trading at $45. And analysis. Let's see what the analysts are saying.
I think most people are going to be bullish on this.
And they also missed their target. Like guys, here this has their quarterly uh, earnings. So companies also report quarterly in addition to their annual. And it looks like in Q1 2025 they missed their earning per share, which usually is negative. When you miss your negative, this is you see how it is. When you
Hmm.
miss your predicted earnings, that affects your stock price. But interestingly enough, though, first of all, look how many analysts are covering it. 34 analysts are covering as of August, and most of them are bullish on it. 23 saying buy, 6 saying strong buy. At
No
29,
sell.
huh?
No sell.
No sell, only 5 hold. But this is a strong sentiment and
Hmm.
saying buy to a company that's not making money. So they're assuming a lot of future growth.
We're
Which
looking at about a 25% bump if
25,
they hit the average.
if they hit the average. So if it comes from 45.36 to 53.59, guys, that's as AB stated, that's a 20%. That's like,
Yeah, about 20%. Yeah.
yeah, 20% jump,
So
which
what
is
does that
pretty
mean?
good.
They put in 10,000 and this comes true, they'll make $2,000.
Yes. Yes, you make 2000 in profit if that is true. If it hits the average, some are predicting it to go up to 78. And if we look at the holders,
Unfortunately, I agree with these analysts. I think that this they will figure this out. They're not going anywhere. The sports betting thing is not going anywhere. Um, yeah,
who is the CEO?
it's the founder too.
Seems young too.
Hmm. I feel like it just sort of picked up.
Damn. You see,
Whoa!
that's crazy. He must have had some stock options in 2020. He got paid $236 million in 2020. That's crazy. But it's due to stock awards. Look, his salary was reduced to $1 in 2020.
Right. So
So,
what do you
guys,
think about the stock, Steve? What do you think?
I don't know, man.
You're on the
I'm
fence.
between. I think if you're there's a moral question in here, and there's also a business question in here. From a business standpoint, I think they're what? They're the number one sports betting tool, right? In America. They have different channels of sales. The new company they acquired, the lottery angle they have, the fantasy football, where they also make money on head to head plays. They have a good market. They have also sports betting. They have a lot of famous people as brand ambassadors.
Yeah, they
Uh,
moved in. They moved in to this market. First mover advantage. It matters, man.
yes.
First mover advantage matters a lot. Like I just looked it up. ChatGPT is still has 80% market on chat like AI chatbot
Mm,
because they were the first movers. Even though these big boys have come in since then, the Googles and all this other Gemini and all this other 80% ChatGPT still. So
yeah, I
that
mean,
first mover advantage is a really big thing.
it is. And they're making the right moves too. So
I like that lottery move. I'm not gonna lie. I like that lottery move. I think
Lottery move
it's a
was
good
good.
one. Hassan saying this stock is dumb. What do you mean? Why do you think it's dumb? Like, um,
He's probably
I
don't
know
like the
that the
numbers.
way that Hassan likes to talk when he says dumb is like I don't know what he means, but he's kind of like I don't know. I think he just hates gambling. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
He's not really. It's more of a feelings thing more than um, a numbers thing. I think they're gonna figure this out, and unfortunately, they will make a lot of money going forward. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think that's a fair prediction, man. I think this stock.
Everything is done with this whole thing. I'm just a hater. Yeah, I know it. I know. I know my boy. I know he's
uh,
just like this is so dumb. No, I most people are gonna lose. Like you don't win. You never. You're not on the green on these things, guys. Most people do the parlay stuff, bro. Like I was at like a hookah place in Nola, um, like a month or two ago,
mhm.
and I see these three dudes, right? Like dudes like our age. They're at a table. They all got their own hookah and stuff. These fools had one game on the phone. They were watching the NBA thing on the screen. You can tell they were parlaying hard. They were
Oh yeah,
stressed
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They're not even enjoying the game, bro. They're just like going crazy. It's like, damn, dude, this is just forever a loss. Partying people with money. Average user is over 50. Average user is over 50. What do you mean?
That's
Is that
surprising.
fact?
Let me see.
Casino. Oh, he's talking about the
Oh,
casino.
what is the?
No, I think that like, and if they once they figure out the online casino, that's an insane unlocking because they're only in 5 states right now with the online casino.
Yeah, and they have retail
So
casino too, which we mentioned. They have physical casinos in like what 14 states. That could also expand. So
yeah,
most of it. Look at this. So DraftKings website demographic shows males consist of 73% compared to 26.79 female. The largest age group of visitors are 35 to 44 years old. But then look what it
you
says.
know what you know what would be a crazy like merger?
Oh,
Them merging with Robinhood
why Robinhood?
because the young kids that's where they go and bet on the stock market, right? Like most people kind of use Robinhood as like so if you put that under one umbrella and I'm just a degenerate in the stocks. I'm a degenerate in the sports. I'm just,
You're just degenerating
margin
all
betting
that.
all kinds of degeneracy. It's gonna be like the most degenerate app.
I can see that. I mean,
Or
uh,
one of them might acquire each other. I mean, I can see that. Um,
that would be an interesting move. Degeneracy at its best in all areas. And look at the young betters. Young betters in the 21 to 34 age range are considered a key group, with
look at that.
60% placing at least 3 bets per week, higher than the 47% overall average. So it's
Wow.
actually the younger people making more frequent bets.
Look
The
at
age
that.
group also
$58
leads,
per bet.
wagering around $58 per bet compared to the overall average 49.50. And then women represent 32% of the total sports betting market
And it's up from 21%. Look at that's a big jump.
and tend to
10%.
place a larger bets. What? Women place larger bets than men? I'm actually surprised about that. What? Ladies, you guys be betting, man. I haven't really met I mean I have met women that bet, but like not like in sports
Maybe it's
betting
like
manner.
they're dudes that's like, hey, you plays it on yours. They ban me on mine. I bet too much. It's like they're the dude telling his girl to bet for him. Or
Perhaps, yo. So the biggest, I mean, 48% are between the ages of 18 to 34. 84% have a college degree or higher. So education actually, so it's highly educated people are gambling. So you guys are missing out, AB and AJ. Y'all better get in this group.
Dude. I
and
mean, this company is only 5 years old, and they've already brought in like $4.2 billion. No, no, how much money did they moved? I forget that number. How much money
yeah,
was bet? Like 40 billion, some crazy
yeah,
number.
yeah, 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 over 40 something billion. Yes.
40 something $billion was bet on one app. On one app. You didn't
On
even
one
buy
app. Yeah.
anything.
And then 65% make more than 50,000. So actually a majority of them make more than 50,000. So it's not low income people usually using this. 35% is less than 50,000.
And then we saw the lottery is even higher. What was the lottery number? Wasn't it something crazy? I just told you like 200 billion or 100 something billion.
113 billion, yeah. But
Bruh,
lotteries is also like for this per bet, people paying $58 per bet. Like that's actually pretty high. Well, who's spending
mhm,
$58 on a lottery ticket? Nobody's really spending $58 on a lottery ticket. Spend like $10 max usually.
yeah. I've seen some degenerates do like the $100, but I think those are on the edge.
Yeah, those are the sheesh. I don't know.
Yeah.
Those are different. $100 on a scratch off or regular
But
lottery.
AJ is saying I don't believe this. He's not believing our data here. He says we could have grouped that money, gambled together, and solved shit.
Hold on. Why don't
Man,
you believe it though, AJ? You think that it's more
I
people that
think
are
like
low
sports
income?
betting versus casino are two different crowds, guys.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure. Sports betting is usually geared towards the younger generation.
Yeah, and it's on the phone too, which is
Yes.
like,
Yes. Yeah, I think people that are older usually go to the casino also from the social aspect of it. Like it's a thing to
and
do.
you can do sports betting at the casino. Like I know the one here has it.
No, they you can as well. Yeah, 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 for sure. But these companies have made it so easier now. It's like you don't even have to go anywhere. Um,
I, like even in Ethiopia is bad. The sports betting.
Dude, there are certain cultures that are more prone to gambling than other cultures. And Ethiopians, I know a lot of Ethiopians gamble, bro. They be
I
gambling.
think it's a poor thing though. It's a poor thing. It's like
No,
it's like the lottery.
I don't know, bro. What that I think certain I don't want to say
What
gene. I
about the
don't know.
Vietnamese? They're bad.
Oh, what demographics in the world? What in the world are? Hold on. What country per capita is the biggest? Like China's big gambling. Asian countries. What
Yeah,
country
Macau and them. Yeah,
has the biggest gambling per capita? Like Monaco. It's
I
like
know
big.
Macau or something. Macau or something.
Macau.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Macau is big.
Australia?
A significant portion of the adult population engages in gambling. No, list top 10. Australia.
Hmm.
What? They lost an average of 1.276 annually to gambling in 2022. Damn, Australians be gambling like that. You know what? They live in crazy wild though. Their life is a gamble. So
I never even associated Australians with gambling at all.
I have never associated with them either. But then the next one's Hong Kong, which is essentially China. I mean, I know they're a separate thing, whatever. Singapore, Ireland,
Hmm.
United States, Bermuda. That just came out of nowhere. That just snuck in there.
I don't know. I
Iceland.
think that Bermuda number is not right because I think they have a lot of casinos
Yeah,
and
people
it's the
visiting and stuff.
visitors. I don't think that's
Right,
fair.
right, right. I can see that.
To the
Right, right, right.
citizens of Bermuda, that's not fair.
Right.
Maybe they do it. We know. We know.
Right. But look at Iceland. Like they've been just bored out there. You see, boredom probably has something to do with it, bro. Look at Iceland.
But Australia and New Zealand are like the most fun places in the world. They got the
I
most
know,
beautiful beaches.
especially New Zealand is beautiful, man. Oh my God. Why are they gambling over there? It's also boredom over there, bro. They probably like bored, man. Too much outdoors, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I need to go inside.
They
Maybe
feel stranded. They feel stranded in the middle of the ocean. They're like, oh my God.
Uh, I mean, we saw. with cigarette smoking, we saw the biggest consumers were these island that are just
Yep.
out of nowhere. We saw Myanmar, Papua New Guinea,
I'm
uh,
surprised the freaking Vietnam didn't show up on this
Vietnam
list.
goes up there. I believe in all the Asian countries be is big gambling.
Maybe like the dollar's not so strong that it's not gonna show up
Yeah,
like this.
perhaps. Yeah,
But I
perhaps.
would say like what percentage of the adult population regularly gambles or something like that? Worded like that. Let's me list me like 10 countries where they're
What
you
percent of
know
the adult population gambles?
what percentage of the adult population regularly gambles. List me like let's say list me. Oh, what they
46.2% of adults globally gambled in the past 12 months. This translates to approximately 2.3 billion adults worldwide.
okay, so there you go.
So
In US, 15% on a weekly
15%
basis.
are afford to gamble on a weekly basis. UK is even higher. 17% of the population gambled online. And then, oh wow, look at Australia, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So Australia,
42% playing weekly in 2011.
that's
Damn.
insane. That's almost half the population.
Put like, what about Vietnam? I'm just curious.
You want to be right about Vietnam, huh?
No, it's not about being right. I think like AI, you gotta have to kind of get it going sometimes.
So Vietnam is also over 3 million people in Vietnam are categorized with 56%. The problem with this too is Vietnam is probably big gambling, but the numbers probably are not. They don't collect these kind of
Yeah,
numbers.
they're not gonna confess to this. But
Yeah, and
let
who's
me
to
see,
cover?
gambling frequency, what's that? With majority of participant only a few times a month. Daily gambling, sports betting a few times. Only it's more engaged in sport betting daily, 5%. Okay.
So they do gamble, but they don't do it like as often. Maybe the majority of the population gambles, but maybe they don't do it as frequent. Um, yeah, it's interesting. How about African countries? What's the data on that? Kenya remains a leader in African gambling.
God damn, 82% have placed a bet in 2024.
Yeah,
82%?
that's high. Damn, the Kenyans like to gamble. Okay, South Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, Tanzania. Lower participation. Morocco. So most of
Look
the
at that.
Muslim,
Muslim
most,
countries.
though, they probably not telling the truth, man. Muslim countries be gambling too. They,
I don't
I
know,
think
bro.
they're
It's
not.
very haram.
Hold on. Is it not allowed in Quran? Hold on. I just want to check this before we is gambling not allowed either in the Quran or in the
Oh, it has to be banned. There's no way it's not.
I don't know if there's explicit provision. The Quran explicitly and unequivocally forbid gaming and gambling, which is referred to as masir or kimar. Okay, is considered a grave sin, an abomination of Satan's handiwork. Oh my God. Yo, how is this worse than pork? This
I
is
told
terrible.
you, bro.
Eat
A
the pork.
grave sin,
This is tough language. Oh my God. They ask you about
brother.
wine and gambling. Say in them there is a great sin and some benefits for the people, but their sinfulness far outweighs their benefit. Woo! Okay, what about the
Grave
Bible?
sin.
The Bible
Whoa.
does not I knew it. Look, it does not explicitly use the term gambling or provide a direct command against it.
Hmm.
However, it does offer principles that could be applied to gambling, emphasize being good stewards of resources, using them responsibly, and then
Hmm.
talks about warns against the love of money, which could be a root of all evil. Um, promotes earning money through honest work and effort rather than relying on luck or chance. So, guys, there is some. Looks like
There's
the
some
Quran,
biblical stuff, man. The biblical stuff is telling you not to do this. It's
but
a
the biblical though is
it's
you can
less.
interpret it a little bit.
It's a little less, yeah.
The Quran is no joke though. They're like, no, nigga, you cannot gamble.
Bro, what was the word they used?
Dude,
Grave sin.
it's a grave sin, and then it's like a Satan's handiwork. Oh my god. Woo! Es-
Man. AJ, what do you
Eschew.
say?
It says, eschew such abomination that you may prosper. Eschew mean what? Get rid of, right? Get rid of such abomination so you may prosper. All right, guys. So that's what it is.
The the Quran is banning us. I mean, so we're not gonna see DraftKings in the Muslim countries anytime soon. Not like that.
That is not a place for growth for them, man. Repeat.
AJ, so we're just reading the quote over here. Scroll up, Steve, please, so we
Yes.
can AJ can see the.
This one
We're
right here.
talking about where's the whole. I
Oh,
want to see that word, great sin. There you go, grave sin, right there.
it's a grave sin. Yes.
Look at that. The explicit prohibition, the Quran explicitly and
Again.
unequivocally forbids gambling, which is referred to as masir or kimar. It is considered a grave sin and an abomination of Satan's handiwork.
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey Jay, you shouldn't have gone to the casino today, bro. No abomination, you know. We don't want you to suffer. So get out of that casino, man. Don't go there.
Should not even walk by there,
Do
right?
not even look at it when you're walking by. You know what I mean? Close your eyes. Um,
I
or
walked in
walk
and
to the
walked out.
restaurant. uh, guys, if you join in, we're covering DraftKings. We're almost at the end of the video. We just looked at their stock. They're not making money right now. They've been losing money the past 3 years. Lost less money last year compared to the previous 2 years. But there seems to be some growth in the future for them. So there's a good possibility they'll turn a profit in the next coming year.
The outside morality, Steve, would you buy this?
I think if the stock was really good, perhaps I would. Perhaps I would.
What do you mean the stock was really good?
The
Like,
stock is not that like there is future growth to be made, but I don't anticipate them turning a profit until like 2 years, 3 years. So it's not one that I'm like jumping to invest in right now.
I think if I didn't have a moral thing, I think I would go full in on this.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that they're gonna be around for forever and they're gonna print money and they're gonna be profitable as hell. And this is gonna be one of the most successful companies in the next 10 years.
But they got competition though. They definitely got competition.
I
You know
mean,
what
that
I mean?
first mover advantage is huge, I think.
But listen,
They're making
might
moves. I think like ESPN and those, they're kind of like sleepy. They're falling behind. Nobody really knows ESPN bet exists. Really.
no,
They
true.
push it.
True, but like FanDuel is a competitor. There's other
Yeah.
ones I've seen now spring up.
I feel like this market is huge. The only thing that I would be like weary is that I think people are watching less and less sports.
Yes, yes, that's a
So
fact.
that's the only thing that I'll be like,
That's a big concern.
it's a huge concern because I think like the younger kids are not really watching sports like that.
Right,
So I think they're gonna need to find other ways to bet on other things.
right, right. And I mean, the other thing too is the cost of revenues. They have to find a way to bring it down. If they don't
Yeah,
find a way to do it, then you're
yeah.
screwed.
I mean, I guess their money is gonna be like people our age and older, and those are
Yeah,
people that actually have the money to bet. You know, the younger kids they might bet here and there just to kind of the parlay thing has really taken off though. The parlay stuff has really gotten the young kids like, and you have these IG people telling you, I'm giving you signals. There's a whole
yeah.
ecosystem in IG and YouTube talking about sports betting. So there's a whole media that got created behind it. That's the big thing actually that keeps like young kids reeled into here. TikTok, all that. They don't even need to make their own content. It's already like millions of people self-generating because they're
Right.
selling courses, they're selling signals, they got Telegram groups, and like making money is always gonna be a big industry. Like everybody wants to make millions. And this one can they hey, I made millions. Look at me. Bam, look at my
Right.
thing
Look at my
what I did.
account.
Yeah, so it's got that shit, man.
It does,
Yeah,
man. And the taboo is removed now. This is becoming a common thing. Betting has become just like watching sports. Oh yeah, I do that.
yeah, yeah. I think this company is gonna make hella money. I think that if you can hold on 5 7 years, you can see some big returns, 10x. Not
Man,
financial advice.
not fine. But I am a little bit reserved on that. I don't know if I have the same optimism as AB has, but I guess we'll find out. We'll check it out in a few years, see where they at.
Yeah. Well, that's the video, guys, for tonight. Thanks for tuning in with us. Another 2.5 hour video. Um,
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the people. AJ, man, appreciate you for joining in.
yeah. Shout out to
Man.
Bree.
Yeah, Bree,
Shout out to San.
San. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to the people rewatching this. Thank you for watching us. And we hope that you subscribe, you hit that bell, that notification. We're trying to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. That's our goal. Please help us accomplish that goal. Share it to a friend. And then if you know a sponsor as well, you know what I'm saying? Share it their way as well. You know what I'm saying? Give us the connection and stuff. We're doing some education for the people. And any suggestion you have as well, send us a message. We would appreciate it.
AJ is saying Vice week is ending. What's happening next week? Wait, we're not really ending Vice week. We still got a few more days here.
Oh, it's actually AB's turn tomorrow, man. You got a pick yet?
Yo, you know what? We just looked up. There is a strip club publicly traded company called Rick
No.
out of Houston, Texas. Actually, Rick's Carbonate.
No. Let's give him a little
Little
preview, right?
teaser. Yeah. Can
What's
you
the
can you
name of
fact
this
check me
thing?
on that, Rick?
What is
I
it,
think
Rick?
the stock is RICK stock.
RCI Hospitality Holdings.
Yeah, there you go, man.
Oh my
Strip clubs,
God.
nightclubs, sports bar, restaurants. Houston, Texas, baby. Look at that.
And it IPO'd in 1995. This has been in business for a minute.
Click on their Wikipedia, please. I want to see what brands they own. They own like
Yo.
Onyx. They know the Onyx, the strip club,
I've heard of it. Where's their
right there on Richmond. I think we damn been there before.
Damn, guys? So this is what we're covering tomorrow, guys. This company owns strip clubs, nightclubs, sports bars, and it's a publicly traded company. Man, that's a good pick. How'd you find this out?
Me and Hassan, we were kind of talking earlier. Rick has to happen, bro. How you make adult entertainment brands? Yeah, like I want to get into this.
Founded 1983. This is crazy. This is an old business.
No, they have like Rick's in Houston and stuff, but I don't know how well it's doing. I think they own like the Vivid brand also. Vivid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tootsie's
This
Cabernet.
it has been named Forbes magazine list of 200 best companies. Yo!
Guys, we're covering strip clubs tomorrow night, baby.
That's crazy. Yeah, we really covering all Vice tomorrow. I mean, Vice all week. Tomorrow we're doing RCI Hospitality, which owns several strip clubs and nightclubs.
Look at that, 55 strip clubs.
Dang. Wow, guys, you got to tune in tomorrow. Those girls
Those
got a
girls got a
401k.
401k. Yeah, that would be hilarious. They got
Yo,
stock options or what?
I wonder what they considered independent contractors or employees, man. That's a good
I know
question.
this is so interesting, right? I can't believe this is a publicly traded company.
Man, what a great pick. What a great pick. You guys picked a good one. This is an interesting one.
Man, I
I'm
am
looking
so
forward to
excited
it.
about this one, guys. Who else is excited about this? I know Breeze is excited
Wow.
about this. I know for a fact Breeze is excited about this.
Man, this
He's
is
a
an
huge fan
interesting
of
one,
strip
guys.
clubs. Breeze a huge
And
fan of
guys,
strip.
listen, we're not advocating for any of these companies. We're just covering it, their financial statement. That's what we do. But it is an interesting one.
Can you pull up their website real quick? I just want to say it just before we go. I think it's right there. Scroll down,
Where?
right underneath the picture and stuff. Scroll down a little bit more. Scroll down. There you go. rickhospitality.com. I
Guys,
just
if you're
want to see.
tuning in, we're just getting a preview of the company we're covering tomorrow. We just covered DraftKings. This is the company we're covering tomorrow, which owns
Oh,
strip
oh, they own
clubs and
bombshells?
nightclubs.
There's no way. They own bombshells? Whoa. I
Guys,
love bombshells.
look at that, guys. We're covering Rick,
This is gonna be
RCI.
exciting.
This is cool. All right.
Guys, if there's nothing, no other comments. We'll see you guys tomorrow about 8:30 Central, right about that time. We'll send a notification out. Make sure you guys put that bell notification so when we go live, you get a notice on your phone. As always, man, we appreciate you guys for sticking with us for 2.5 hours,
For sure.
hanging in with us, commenting, engaging in the chat. It means so much to us. Hopefully, you guys are learning. Hopefully, you guys are gaining a few tips and insights and things like this. We know this ain't like really your thing in terms of like financial annual statements. But we're trying to bridge that gap and see if
Mhm.
we can bring this information to you guys in a digestible way. So hopefully you guys have fun and learn a couple of things along the way. Um yeah, man, we're covering strip clubs tomorrow, guys. Get your shoes on, get your single dollars out. We're gonna be throwing it on the stage. We're gonna be AV on the stage, AV to the stage.
Yeah, guys, we got to see what AB is gonna wear tomorrow. Throw some suggestions out.
Ooh,
You know what I'm saying?
ooh.
We're covering a company that has strip clubs and nightclubs, publicly traded company. Let us know what you want AB to wear. He's been
Based out of
wearing
H Town, based out of the H.
based out of the age, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, peoples. We're gonna be signing out. This your boy AB.
It's your boy Steve.
And this is Profit Report, guys. Peace out. See y'all
Peace,
tomorrow.
guys. Peace.